How y'all doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? I know it's been a hot minute. I'm even feeling kind of rusty doing this shit. But it ain't nothing to step on back at it again. But this old W5 to the O to the motherfucking foe. You know who it is. Um, just getting back on here, give y'all a little Medellin talk. I was thinking about the past, present, and future. Where we headed from here? The whole travel community, brothers going to Medellin. I remember the back in the days when I first started going out there. Folks were talking about Medellin like it was the best thing since sliced bread, you know? And here we are, about 25 or 30 trips later for me, and probably about 200 bodies, lack of better words. Here we go. Here we are, years later. Yeah, I'm still going to Medi. I'm still saying safe, 'cause I'm still here to talk about it. There was rumors going around for a hot minute that old Dub had got knocked off out there. Like the old Scopamina had knocked the old G out. Like I wasn't breathing no more. But I'm just here tonight to talk about the past, present, and future. A few close friends of mine, I met last time I was out there, and we broke bread, you know, shared stories like the usual. We do. We get out there, we do our thing. Right now, I'm waiting for a guest to come on who's supposed to be speaking with me tonight. This fella here, he surpassed me. I mean, he started traveling after me, and to my knowledge, he surpassed my numbers. Homie said he done been to about 20 different countries. Amazing, you know. Nothing but kudos to him. But I was in Medellin last week. Fortunately, I went to Medellin and I flew out to Bogota and back to Medellin. So I had a good old time out there. So I can compare and contrast from the past up until now, like what things are right now. You know, I done lost a couple of brothers here and there, some close ones near and dear, especially Nick. He was like a mentor to me. When I first got to Medellin, I couldn't speak two words of Spanish. I was green as grass. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But homie, he reached out to me, you know what I'm saying? Good old Nick. I probably know him as the worldly traveler. And oh, there go my partner right there. He back there in the back. Oh, got some people in the chat. Let me give a shout out to Eddie J. Stop. Thanks for stopping by, big brother. And the prophet, oh yeah, Medellin still good. Your voice of wisdom is needed now more than ever, OG. Cousin, look, I'm kind of feeling that, and I appreciate them big ups you did. I've been kicking back for a minute. Oh, hold on, let me 1 second. There you go, right there. All righty. I want to introduce KBJ Fly to the chat. What's happening, fam? What it do?
What's up, man? Out here chilling in Mexico, baby.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I was just telling the fellas about you, bro. I was telling this young man right here, bro. I think he started traveling after me. He done surpassed me. Homie done seen about 20 countries. And I'm like, Lord, I'm still stuck around five. You did wait, one, two, three, no, three countries. Yep, three,
Wow.
four countries. But I done been to a lot of different cities though within those countries. So,
Oh yeah.
you know, it is what it is. Eddie J says your voice and wisdom is needed now more than ever, OG. I had to give him big ups. I told him I appreciate that, man. I've
Most
been
definitely.
yeah, I've been playing the corner, bro, watching a lot of games and gimmicks. And I can honestly say, man, the travel spear, when I came into it back in 18 up until now, it's a world of difference. Back then, the travelers had a form of pride. Like niggas back, let me not say that N word. Brothers back then wouldn't be caught dead online e-begging. And now it seems like that's a common thing. It's a common theme to get online, big travel, and make an ass out yourself, and you get YouTube stardom. Back when I came up, man, you go online, get talking about, man, I need this to go here, I need that to go there, I'm hungry, I need to get me a bitch. Niggas will run your ass off the motherfucking internet. Nowadays, that's standard operation. That's standard operation. That's what we doing now. Is where we at. So it's a difference. But what about you, big brother? How your travels been, man? What the world done showed you?
Man, I'll say that number one, the Western culture is all over the world. Africa, Brazil, Thailand, Philippines. I've seen that Western chokehold all over the world. People getting outside themselves in their mind and thinking thinking everybody wants to be an Atlanta housewife or LA basketball star wife. Like that's what it seems like out there.
Well,
And
and
man,
so
sir,
quick question about that. Which countries do you see that to be more prominent in? The countries that are closer to the U.S. or the countries that are further away from the U.S.?
I mean, I have been all the way down to South Africa. You can't get no more south than that. And it's all the way down there. First country I went to was Rwanda, and it's even prevalent there. And they love uh, poking at Rwanda like it's the country area. No, to me, Rwanda's perfect to me.
Okay.
But I've seen it there, and when I went to Philippines, man, it's definitely there. Okay, so the first Asian country, and I might kind of bounce around, guys. I'm still new to this. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, Dub's a little bit more seasoned than me with how to articulate himself on this camera. So me, I might kind of bounce around from here to there.
Well, it's
So,
all good, bro. It's all gonna work with you, but we gonna stay in Africa right quick. 'Cause I got a quick question about Africa. Then we gonna hit up Patia, Thailand. We gonna take it all the way back around the globe, and we gonna stop in Brazil, and we gonna jump up north and stop in Colombia somewhere. And we might go to Cucuta, Bucaramanga, or something like that. There, you heard? But as far as the climate in Africa right now, I watched a few documentaries about Africa years back. And I don't know if it was Nigeria. You're more familiar with that. You're more, well versed with Africa. But back then, there was an issue that they were having with the locals were actually raiding and breaking into, and in some cases even mugging and killing motherfuckers for bleaching bleaching cream for their skin. Like they were having a serious problem with bleaching back then. So much so that the indigenous people were using the stuff to the extent to where their skin was they were actually contracting different melanomas and cancers and stuff like that. When you were there, did you notice were the indigenous people there like really deep on the skin bleaching ointments and chemicals and things of that nature? Is that still a thing? When I saw it, it
so,
was like 2015. I don't know if that's still a thing now.
so, I would definitely say when you look, I'm just not gonna point the finger at Nigeria, but I think it may be a little bit more serious of a problem in Nigeria versus other parts of Africa, other
Okay,
other countries in Africa. Um,
okay.
of course, hold on, I apologize, guys. I'm trying to line the camera up. Like,
Oh, take
okay,
your time, big brother. Take your time.
okay. So, in Nigeria, they have the thing called Nollywood. That's like Hollywood for Nigeria.
Wow.
Um, and of course they like to see the more lighter tone people. So I
Okay.
think that's why it's more so of a thing there than it
Okay.
is in other countries. Um, I don't consider myself a colorism person, but I feel like this with my dark skin, I blend much better with a lighter skinned female. I
Got
personally feel. I
got
feel I, I feel it just looks better in bed. But of course, when those lights turn off, everybody's black as hell. When
Hey,
when the
look,
lights off.
everybody the same height in the bed, you know what I'm saying? But
Oh yeah.
that's definitely a thing though. Even coming up in the South, I was raised in Louisiana, a lot of the yellow bone females out here, the Pase Blanc, they typically tend to like to, date, darker skinned brothers. So that might just be a thing,
Mm,
I mean, I'm not
it
saying
is.
whether, it's worldwide or whatever, but
It is.
commonly down here it's the same way. They say they want that chocolate Hershey stick, and I'd be like, "Well, do your thing, little mama. You know, I'm a yellow bone, so I get in where I fit in. You hear me? I ain't knocking it. I just know when I was watching that documentary from years ago, it had got to the point to where the store owners had to get armed guards and you like bar up the buildings for bleaching cream. And I was like, where does this come from? I never knew that to be part of the African culture, and it got really serious. And there were
It
people who were
is.
doing extreme. Well, just a baseball player. I think his name is. I think his name is Sammy Sosa or something like that.
Sammy Sosa bleached the hell out himself.
Oh my God!
He's
Like he just looked
Dominican.
fucked up. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man, why'd you do this to yourself? It's like literally he's unrecognizable. And I, I just don't know where that stems from. Because I try and look into the past to predict the future and see maybe where that came from. I could understand that in Dominican Republic because I know, how they are right there. They're definitely colorists out there. If it ain't, they own some shit. Whereas, if it ain't white, it ain't right. But when I think back to my indigenous country, where my people come from, which is Africa, I'm wondering why would they go to those extremes as well? So much to the extent to whereas you have store owners that have to hire armed guards and lock the shit up because people are doing store runs just to get the bleaching cream. Fuck the food, fuck the water. We're gonna run past all that, go to the bleaching cream, and make a run out the store for it. It's a high ticket item out there, and it's
It
been
is.
some years. I was just wondering had the culture had changed maybe for the better, more of an acceptance of people with a darker hue avoiding
It
that
may
kind
have
of.
toned down some. I myself, I've had no problems. I don't know, be it that I'm American, be it because I'm a foreigner,
Yes,
that I may have privileges that a
yes,
local may not have.
yes.
You know,
Yes, it's gonna be yes, yes, yes. That it is.
I've been dark skinned most of my life. When I was younger, I was a pretty light skinned fellow. I'm
Right,
not saying pretty light skinned. I'm saying I was pretty light skinned. So, but I always wanted to be darker, like my other cousins, because they used to make fun of me for being red. And then one day I started hanging out in the sun and I darkened up. And
right,
I
right,
was so glad that I darkened up. And I don't know, I've been dark ever since that summer in like the fifth grade. I don't know what it was. I don't know, was it just time for my color to kick in? Or was it just the actual fact that I spent so much time in the sun, but I have not reverted back. I have a homeboy of mine, he loves saying, "Oh, you red." I'm not red. What are you talking about? Now, like, yes, my forearms and stuff like that, maybe in my undershirt may be lighter than my face, but I still consider myself dark. He's like, if you go somewhere and you stay out of the sun, your face will turn the same color as your arms and chest. I'm like, man, bro, look, I like being dark skinned. We're gonna keep it at that. I'm
yeah,
cool.
you're right. Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig it. I used to stay fighting every motherfucking day I went to school on the school bus. On the way back home, I got off the bus, had to box me nigga up just because, but it's all good though. I got cold with them
Oh,
hands. I had to. And I had to grab
oh
me a
yeah.
couple of cans. It's just what it was. But moving on over to Pattaya or Patia, however you pronounce it. I think it's Patia if I pronounce it correctly.
I say it both ways. I say Pattaya and I say Pattaya. So
Yeah, Pattaya. There we go. We're just gonna say Thailand. When you
okay.
visited that country, what was the influence like, far as an American culture, as far as when you went over there? And go into details about maybe what cities you went to there, because that definitely plays a difference. I heard there's a difference between Bangkok and Thailand, and
It
there's a
is.
few others in between. And
It
explain to the audience what was your experience when you went over there, what it was like.
Okay, so I'm gonna break down my journey from the very beginning. So what I did was I flew out of Atlanta, Georgia, to
Mm-hmm.
LAX. Got to
Yeah, you're right.
LAX. I chilled there because I wanted to go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. So I hit up Roscoe's.
Damn.
Got
That's
back
this
on.
black boy can't pass up no chicken and waffles, boy. You got to get that
The,
in. Hmm.
I could, and you know, Roscoe's is a dangerous area, guys. It's a very dangerous area. So anyway, I slid over there, no incidents, no problems. Got back to LAX, boom, 24-hour flight. So for you guys who like those quick Sasua trips, those quick DR trips, Thailand is not for you. It's a 24-hour flight, no joke. You are seated on that plane for 24 hours. So got to Bangkok. I took the subway down. So I did some research on it. I took the subway. I met a guy on the street. He was packing up guys to take the trip to Pattaya. So I'm
Wait a
in the
minute. Let me ask you something right there. Why did you prefer to take the subway over a taxi? Because I heard the taxis run over there. They run off of like it's like a gas, not gas. It's something else they use. Propane, I think. I think their vehicles run off of propane, or some sort of air gas. It's
if
not like
if you
ours. It's a lot cheaper, is what I heard. Is what I'm trying to get to.
if you're taking the what you call those, it's like a boater.
Hold up. Okay.
How to describe it? I mean, I didn't take one of those. I took like a regular, like it was like a regular vehicle. The guy, the guy had a hoop, so it was cheap. So we
Okay.
hopped, we hopped in the hoop. It went to Pattaya in a hoop.
Oh, y'all was on some mix-a-lot shit. It's
Oh
my
yeah, yeah,
hoopty.
most
Da-da-da-da-da.
definitely.
Coming through that bitch. You heard? All right, all right. I'm with you. Run it, run
Most definitely pushing the hootie, bumping the Fuji on the way to Pattaya.
Yeah, yeah.
Straight up and down.
I'll be down in the back seat. I'll be dreaming about loose bitches and shots of tequila. You did? Yeah, you're right. Run it.
Oh my God. So we get there, and I really had no plans of anything. I was showing the guy the hotel I booked. He told me it was trash. He said, "Don't worry about that. Follow me." Now, once again, this is me not knowing anything. I didn't know this guy from a grain of sand on the ground.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
oh, I just saw the Doberman walk by. I guess the guy letting the Doberman outside that I was telling you about earlier.
Man, he locked that big ass dog up, man. That big ass pincher walking through that bitch. I had me old Louisville waiting for his ass. As soon as that bitch
God,
snapped, man, that
hey,
bitch got to go.
hey,
Wow.
that dog up past his nutsack, bro. Yeah, big joker. But
Damn.
anyway, my bad. So anyway, we get to Pattaya. I follow dude, and I was just like, you know what, screw it, because my thing is I follow my intuition. My majority, I say 95% of the time, my intuition has never led me wrong. So I follow my intuition. My intuition says stick with him. I stuck with him. He took me to a good cheap hotel. Now, mind you, the hotel I got was like $8, the first hotel. But the hotel he took me to was right under 14, like $13.50. Much better. I had went to go check out the $8 hotel. Trash. But not because it was $8. There are good hotels for $8, but the particular hotel I chose was trash. He had already been to that hotel, so he knew it was trash. You know.
Got you. So,
Yep.
at what point did you start to notice during your trip that the American influence had somewhat taken a hold of
Oh
the
my God! By the time you, by the time you're on the plane to Thailand, you see it. You can
that
see
quick?
it. You can see it in the stewardess, the flight attendants. You see it in them.
So even the American culture has even reached down to the stewardess on the airplanes already before
I
you even
don't.
get there.
I don't want to say American culture. I call it
You
Western
say
culture.
Western, well, yeah,
So
my
so
bad, Western
America,
culture.
America, Britain. Australia, these attitudes, these better than attitudes are
Okay.
spread far across the world.
So Western culture has reached to the other side of the planet, ladies and gentlemen. Western culture has affected the women there, down to the fucking flight attendants. Maybe the man flying the plane. Who knows? But Western culture is everywhere. Let me give a shout out to some of the guys in the chat right now because we do have a few comments. Let me see what they're talking about here. Ken Padmore, what's up, OW? And what's
What up,
happening, Ken
Ken?
Padmore? Ken in the building.
Ken in the building,
Ken
baby.
Password, he said most of those Nollywood actors moved to Texas. Wow. So Nollywood is a real thing and the fellas know about it. Yeah, you're right. The Prophet, Eddie J. Yeah, unfortunately, when a certain crowd starts going to these places, they bring the nonsense with them. Truer words have not been spoken, Prophet. You dead on with that. They bring the bullshit with them in their backpack and they slap that shit on the ground and keep it with them. Ryan was respect to the chat. Where's a good hotel to stay in Medi? Well, I could take that one for you, Ryan. Um, there's two hotels. Well, one, two. There's three places I like to go in Medellin. All right, and the reason why I say I use these three locations is a, it's reasonably priced. Two, it's clean, and unlike some of the other places or these other hotels that the guys used to go to, they don't charge you an additional fee to have company there, so to speak. There was one place, and I think it was called Blux or Blocks or something. I think it was called Blux. And this was back in 2019. And me and a couple of fellas had went out there, and everybody wanted. There was always it was all talking about Hotel Blux, this Hotel Blux, that, and it's another one. Oh God, I can't remember the name of this place. It'll come back to me. The reason why I don't remember the name of these locations because I didn't go there, and the reason was because some of the guys who were there, they was coming out that bitch cussing. They hit me up. Oh, Dub, I'm like, man, what's happening, cousin? Man, they charge me $20 every time I bring a chick in here with me. I was like, what? He's like, by the time I get two or three chicks over there, I done paid for the hotel room 2 days just for, two visitors coming over. Now, this is a problem that was prevalent for a long time, especially in Cartagena. To this day, it's hard to find guest-friendly hotels, and more so overnight in Medellin, because let's just be honest, brother, they trying to take advantage of the drink. They know what we coming down there for, so they see a golden opportunity to extract money from fellas. And this is how they fuck you without the grease, right? When they promote these businesses online, businesses, when they promote these hotels online and some of the Airbnbs, they do not say in the advertisement that if you bring an additional guest over that there'll be a charge. What they do is they let you fly there, check in, then at that point they drop the upcharge on you. Oh yeah, sir. By the way, if you're gonna have company tonight and they're not on that reservation, for each additional person that you bring in here, we're gonna charge you another 100 mil pesos, or 200 mil pesos, or 40 mil pesos, whatever their little hearts desire. That's the one thing you have to look out for when you're going to Medellin in Colombia right now, or Cartagena. Take your pick. But there is a way that you can protect yourself, fellas, from the upcharge, the gringo charge. Because trust and believe the locals not paying that price, whether you know it or not.
Not at
When
all.
using, not at all. So what do you do, OW? I'm glad you asked that question. I have the perfect response for you. What you do when you book that fucking ticket, you go on Airbnb, and by no means do you send that owner any messages through WhatsApp, and you ask them directly on WhatsApp, what is your guest policy? And if I bring guests over, how much are you going to charge me? And you save that message. In the event anybody tries to charge you a fucking quarter, you send that message to Airbnb instantly, and if they don't agree to that conversation that y'all had online, you will get you a full refund and you will get your money back. But 9 out of 10, the ones that I have dealt with personally, when I use that particular verbiage like that, they keep it a buck with me. And that's how you do that. Typically, when you book hotels, you're not going to have that person-to-person interaction with the person. I mean, the different people. If you call the desk, so to speak, the person who you talk to at the desk probably won't be there when you get there. So when they ask you who you talk to, you'll have no fucking idea. You won't have a leg to stand on. Well, I just talked to the person who was at the desk that night. What's their name? I don't know. Pay the money, you know. But when you do that, Just make sure you ask that and make sure that Airbnb has that copy online. And when you go to that help desk, if you have any type of discrepancy with the people when you get there, you refer back to that message, and either you can get a refund or they're gonna stick to that contract, that verbal contract that y'all made online. That's the answer to that question. And Medi, the two hotels I would advise you to go to, it's one on one I usually use St. Peter's. If you go to St. Peter's, make sure you book a room that's above the 14th floor. Wait, 14, yeah, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, make sure you book a room that's above the 14th floor. Reason being is located centrally off of La Setenta. It's right in the middle of all the action, so there's gonna be a lot of noise there. If you're above the 14th floor, it won't be as aggravating. It's the best way I could put it to you because starting around 7 o'clock at night on the weekend, they play music from 7 at night until around 4 a.m. That's on Friday night. Saturday night, same thing. Sunday, they'll probably shut it down around 1 or 2 o'clock ish. You know what I'm saying? From Monday to Thursday, you should be all right. It's not that bad. But there's a discotheque that's right next door to it. They play that fucking house music all night long. Dun, 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 dun. You won't get no sleep. You may as well just go downstairs and join the party. There's another one that I like to use too, and it's called the Origin Hotel. The Origin Hotel is located probably one block de La Setenta. Now that one's a little bit better. It's across the street from a it's not Escuela. Jesus Christ. It's across the street from a church. Iglesia. Iglesia. See, learn some Spanish tonight. Iglesia is a church. Escuela school. But it's across the street from a church. And it's it's a block away from La Setenta in a good place. Think about Origin. They have a king size bed there. Typically since I've been going to Medellin, I've found it pretty difficult to find locations with king size beds. Most of them are either queen or full size. But at the Origin, it's typically around $50 a night, 55 give or take, which habitation, habitation, apartment that you get, which room you get, and that's gonna be the going price of that. Over there, it's a little bit more quieter. Their guest policy is a little lenient as well. It's just the thing with them, you would want to have your guests come over in the daytime, and they don't charge you any extra money. Those are the two places I stick with when I do go there. I have another little place, but I'm gonna keep that one private. But those are the ones you want to go to. Is reasonably priced. They don't upcharge you for in case you have guests. King size bed, all the amenities. You can walk where you want to go. It's centrally located. You can get to if you want to go to Poblado, it's only probably, I don't know, 15 minutes away, depending on what part you want to go to. If you want to go to Envigado, it's probably like 10 minutes away. If you want to go to Sabaneta, that's probably like 20 minutes away. And if you want to go to what's the other? It's got Sabaneta, Envigado, um, Itagüí. That's what I'm gonna say. I
It's
think
a
I'm
great.
pronouncing it wrong. Itagüí. Yeah, I stayed in Itagüí before, so that's another maybe 10 or 15 minutes away. So hotels, that's your answer. That's the two. St. Peter's and Origin. Those are the two that I could think of hand that be the best for the best bang for your buck, and they're not gonna overprice you. There always a lot of people like to go to the energy building, but as of late, I mean, if
Over
you got the money to spend, fuck it, go for it, But those are the
overpriced.
overpriced. Jesus Christ, you even know about this shit, right? I mean, like,
Yeah,
damn. I'm like, why? Why am I spending $200 a night? But I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I thought the purpose of us coming here was to save money, but
is that well for me? I can't speak for anybody else.
exactly. Everybody's pockets are different. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, if you ask me about a hotel, I'm gonna give you something that's reasonably priced. Now, keep in mind, it's the trip part about it, right? These same hotels that I'm telling you about right now, when I started going to Medellin back in 2019, they were fucking literally like 17 to like $25 a night. These same hotel rooms now are like 45 to 55. Just
Mm.
crazy. Just crazy.
Prices have gone up since I have been to Colombia dramatically.
Oh my God.
It's not even funny.
Right.
It's crazy.
Okay. And
But
let me finish these and we're gonna get back to what you was because I went off on a tangent just now. Lord have
oh, you
mercy.
fine, you fine, big bro. You good.
Minds of the delusional. Okay, welcome to the chat, big brother. Glad to have you here. Brothers keep going to Medellin, and you will find yourself robbed and drugged, left butt naked in the alley. Oh my. Well, that's one opinion to have. Yeah, shit. Hey, look, brother, I ain't much knocker. This shit happens. And the truth is to be told, he says Medellin sucks. Well, that's
Huh?
your opinion. Yeah, he say Medellin stuck. Medellin sucks. I would like to ask the truth to be told. What happened to him out there? Did they, club him in his motherfucking head? Well, like what went down? I'm just curious. I don't know.
But you got to realize if you go on the wrong street in Brazil, you'll end up slumped over with slime dripping out your butt 4 in the morning. So stay away from
This dude
that.
stays slumped over with swag. Oh man, that's fucked up. Okay, okay. Uh, Look, man, it's like anywhere else you go in the world, bro. People gonna have good experiences. You're gonna have bad experiences. It's you know, it's a double-edged sword. Most of the time, a lot of the stories that I hear of people getting, drugged and robbed. 80% of the time, it starts the same way. Well, you see, I met this girl on Tinder, and it all go downhill from there. I mean, it is what it is. Um, I've been to Medellin, I don't know, 28, 29 times. I done lost count, you know. But the people that go there who don't, deal with the hookers or the prostitutes or they don't deal with, drugs and shit, usually they go there and have a good time and come back. It ain't no problem. But I want to also emphasize to you guys something also. Colombia is more than just Medellin. Okay. I mean, people
Correct.
are asking me about Medellin and shit, but keep in mind, I done been to around 6 different cities in Medellin, I mean in Colombia. So I mean, y'all can
I've been
move
sport.
around. I mean, exactly. You can move around. It's nothing carved in stone that says, hey, you gotta go to Medellin. You got Buscaramanga, you got shit. Let's not say Cartagena because that's kind of like borderline. You got Bogota, you got Cucuta, you got Santa
Santa
Marta,
Marta, yes.
Santa Marta.
I didn't even
You got
I, I didn't even deal with the coast. I'm sorry, my mind just slipped. I went straight to Santa Marta. I didn't even deal with, the other area.
right. You got Cali. I went to Cali. Oh, I had a good time in Cali. I've been to Cali 2 times, I think. What was it, three? I've been to Cali like 2 or 3 times, but every time I went there, I didn't have no problem with no druggings. I didn't have no problems with, none of that extra shit. Not to say that it's not there and it's not happening. I'm just saying it didn't happen to me. I hadn't, ran into it. Another aspect of it, I mean, guys, are y'all drunks? Like when you go to these places, do you have to drink liquor? Because I don't drink liquor. I don't drink beer. And most of the time when people get drugged, it's through alcohol. They get hit with their scopamina with the alcoholic beverages is what I'm trying to get out. So I mean, if you're not drinking, then I think you lower your chances of getting drugged
If
up.
you stay away from those cervezas and titty milk, you'll be okay. Real talk.
This brother said titty milk. So you don't like sucking the titties, dog?
Oh,
Hell no.
I love doing it, but that's how they get you. You motorboat those titties and boom, you're knocked out.
I heard about that shit, cousin. I just dash some hot water on them bitches, get them nice and soft, and then you can suck on them. You dash some
But that's
hot
when you
water on
make
them.
them
Fill
take
'em
a
up.
shower. You make them take a shower. And if they don't want to take a shower, I know this sounds crazy. Pay them to leave.
Pay them to leave.
Pay them to leave if they don't want to take a
Oh,
shower.
oh man, I got catfish one time, but that's a horror story. I never told you about that, dog. Man, bro, this motherfucker catfish me, dog. I flew this motherfucker in. I think I flew that motherfucker from shit. Damn, I think it was Barranquilla. I flew her ass in, dog. Them motherfucker catfish me, dog. And I knew better, dog. I knew better. Man, I paid that motherfucker to go home, dog. I was so mad. It was a big old joker, bro. She came wobbled off that fucking plane, dog. I was like, oh man.
Oh
And
my God.
my driver, Sebastian was ripping the fuck out of me. Ooh, Ernest, she got you. She's a big one, Ernest. I didn't know you liked him like that.
Oh,
That's how he talks, dog.
gordita,
Cause
gordita.
yeah, cause he Colombian, but he speak pretty good Spanish, but he got that fucking Colombian accent. Oh, that motherfucker was tearing my ass up, bro. We fucking ride. We was riding back to Medellin. They had just built the tunnel, you dig? And he kept looking
Wow.
in the rear view, and he had this fucking shit eating grin on his face. Ooh, she's a big one. He was just ripping me the whole time. I had to tell him, man,
Wow.
leave me the fuck alone. She catfished me, you heard me? Dog, I had got back. I was on I was on Avenida Treinta Tres that time. That's another duck off I got.
Mm.
Treinta Tres, dog. She kept on trying to get on me and slap that big old chunky monkey on me, dog. And I like, man, I just can't do it. I like,
Did she
look,
have the fupa loopa?
dog, damn, bro. Stomach was just covering that bitch. It was just like, oh man, it was hard to do. I couldn't do it. And I was like, you know what? How much you want? She's like, what you talking about? How much you want to go home? And she was like, I thought my flight was like another 2 days. I was like, man, this ain't gonna work. This ain't what I signed up for. I can't do this shit. She tried to get on top of me and I ran. Shit, what was wrong? I said, I got a
Man,
bad back. I let your big ass get on me, you don't be hurting. We all fucked up out here in this world.
trying to
Dog,
tell you.
I paid that girl 400 mil pesos to go home. Dead ass, dog. It wasn't even about the money no more. I just wanted that bitch to leave. I paid that motherfucker. Get your fat ass
What was
out.
the round trip flight for her? Like $75?
Dog, I don't even much know. She told me if it was that bad, she'd catch a motherfucking bus home. So I was like, all right. Now I knew the bus was less than that, but she was in her feelings and shit. She was like, yeah, but I'm gonna need money to eat. I'm like, girl, look, how much money you want? Dog, that girl could have told me 500-600 mil pesos. I wouldn't have give a fuck. I'd have gave it to her just for the leave, dog. I'm so
Mm.
serious, bro. I took that L though. I took that L because she took that fucking camera and she took that picture on like an angle. So she had a real pretty face. Don't get me wrong, the bitch was pretty as fuck. She's like one of them Pocahontas. You know them fucking them Pisces got that Indian in them. And she was from the coast, so she had that olive complexion, pretty lips, pretty
Mm.
eyes. You know,
Man,
that bitch, she
I,
just built like one of like a 80s jukebox. And I can't get down with this shit. Get on up out of there. You heard?
she
Dead
probably
ass.
she probably had the prettiest tan line between her ass cheeks, but she
She
was just built
did.
like a damn a linebacker, man. Yeah.
No, the DT, defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? She was on some Norman Hand shit. You heard me? She like call that they call that bitch Big Hand. I was dealing with that shit, boy. I had to get your ass out of here. And I hate when a big bitch trying to do skinny girl shit. Like she trying to get on top of a nigga and do froggy style and all that. Ah, you too big for that shit. You hear
Wow.
me? I heard my back go snap, and I'm like, yeah, that's a wrap. You hear me? Take your
Snap.
motherfucking, get your big ass up out here, girl. Take your ass home. Like, fuck. I took an L on the fucking flight ticket too, because it ain't like
Wow.
Spirit or Frontier. Like nowadays, if you cancel a flight, my partner had put me on that shit a few days ago. He's like, dog, you cancel your flight, you hear me? They don't charge you no fee. They just give you your money back. No cancellation fees. So I took an L on the fucking flight ticket. And I took an L on getting my ass back home, dog. I'm like, girl, you just gotta go. I don't give a fuck. So I take the bus. Bus cheap. I just need money to eat. I like, I bet you do, you big bitch. You know, fucking snacks you can stuff in your neck. So what I did was I got my partner to come get her and bring her to the bus stop. I went over there. I think I gave her like 380 mil, 380 mil, some shit like that. It was close to 4. I know that shit. And I told her to go on about her way. That was a wrap. Took my L, dog. Fuck that shit. Mm.
Mm. Wow.
Dead ass. Yeah, bro. You
Man,
just
that's
live and you
wild.
learn, bro. Dead
You
ass,
do.
bro. So what happened when so at the patio, where you went at the patio, bro?
So, patio, I went to Chiang Rai. I'm sorry, Chiang Mai. And then I went to Chiang Rai. Then from there, I went back to Bangkok and I went over to uh, Vietnam. I ran into a scammer in Vietnam.
Come on.
Got got
You
me,
got
got
the
me, got
cousin?
me. And it was a brother.
Oh,
It was a brother that got me.
damn, bro. Yeah, bro. Sometimes be your own people. You there? You know,
Got me.
all
Shoot.
skin.
No, the place he said he was taking me to. He took me to a place, but it was not as he described it at all. On the beach. It it was close to the beach. It wasn't on the beach. It was close to the beach, and it was the furthest thing you could imagine from how he described. Now, maybe for a person who lives in Vietnam, that may have been a castle, but to me, and I'm a very reasonable person. I don't mind being modest. I'm very modest, but this right here was less than modest. It was shifty. This was shifty. So anyway, lost out on about $85,
Right,
but
right,
that was
right.
for but that was for the month. Yes, you can get a place near the beach for $85 for the month in Vietnam, but you got to know where to go. If you don't know where to go, you're gonna get what I got, and that's a one bedroom rats and roaches.
Damn, bro. That's cold, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Thank you,
Um,
appreciate it, man. I
but
couldn't
don't
do
feel,
it, bro.
but don't feel bad. I tell our brothers that look, you gonna go to country sometime, and you may have a lackluster trip. Okay, I get it, but we all go through something called a learning curve. You go through it once, shame on you. You go through it again, ah, third time, maybe traveling not for you. But all of us are gonna have trials and tribulations that we go through our travels. It's especially with there being a language barrier. Even in the states, you can actually leave one state and go to another state, and you'll have problems in that state because you don't know what the game is. Things are just different. I mean, people are just different in these places you go. So when you leave out of these countries and you have a bad experience, doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It means
I
you learn from that, you go back, you regroup, and you come back, you do it again better the second time.
I didn't, you know what? I didn't take it the wrong way. I didn't get mad. I didn't try to fight the brother. I just said, you know what? You got me, bro. And I called a cab and I asked the taxi cab guy, look, man, I need something decent to stay in that's not infested with any.
I'm
That's not
sorry, dog. I can't help it, bro. My bad, dog. I be to laugh, dog. It how you it's how you whip that bitch here. Be like, man, I need something decent. They're like, damn, dog. Like, I just see you in the back of that fucking cab holding your head right now. You heard me? Like,
For real, I
oh
was like
man.
this, bro. I was like, bro. I told the taxi cab man, look, man, I need something decent to stay in, and I didn't have the mustache then, so
Right.
know.
I can dig it. I can dig it. You hear me? I can dig it, bro. Yeah, it is what it is, bro.
but he hooked me up with his cousin, and she was Cambodian. So
Right.
I have a story time, guys. Um, I got a lot of things coming on my channel, KBJ Fly. I got a lot of exclusive stories, wild stories. It's coming, but anyway, he hooked me up with his cousin. This is just me telling the edited version of this situation. So anyway, she started telling me about Cambodia. Once we get in, she starts cooking for me. She cooked some fire noodle dish. I mean, when I say this was fire, I told her I wanted something spicy that would just kind of open up my what you call this, the your sinuses.
Nostrils.
Yep, yep,
Sinuses.
yep.
Yeah, there you go. Open up your sinuses. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. So she fixes fire spicy noodle dish, but can suck me off for like 4 hours. I'm just
Good.
laying there, fucking all of my troubles are going away. Like I haven't felt this great in my entire life. Thailand, look here. The girls were on point in Thailand, but they had
Okay.
nothing on this Cambodian chick. This Cambodian chick was heaven. When I say her guts were heaven, her guts were heaven.
So let me ask you this. I'm gonna stop you right there. Let me ask you this. So if you had to make a choice, and the fellas is listening, you some travel brothers in here. I see them all in here right now. If they had to choose between Cambodia and Thailand, where would you tell them to go? I
All
mean,
right,
overall, outside of just the sex, what I'm talking about for is the food, the overall experience, logistics wise speaking, uh, cost, things of that nature. Overall, which would be their better option?
I'm going straight to Siem Reap, Thailand.
Okay, okay, Thailand it is.
I'm sorry,
Thailand it is.
I'm sorry. Siem Reap, Cambodia. I
Cambodia,
don't understand Thailand. My bad. Hold on. I'll put it like this. Thai, Thailand is the more known place,
right,
but Cambodia is lawlessness on steroids.
right.
Now, take it as you will. When I say lawlessness, I don't mean it in a bad way. It's
Well, I'll say this. As of late, um, just because I'm not on YouTube doesn't mean I don't watch YouTube. Okay, because I still do. My job just takes up a lot of my time. I have other things to do, but I'm very aware of the climate in the travel community right now. And I say that to say this. I think that the brothers who are listening to me now, and just the brothers in general in the travel community, they're starting to look for places that are safe, but yet off the beaten path. So when you advise them to go to a place like Cambodia, that's adjacent to or not far from a Thailand, which has just been, overrun with tourists and just people, not just from the West, but a lot of people from Korea,
We're talking about 50
Australia, other people
million
go there.
people a year coming into
Exactly.
Thailand.
Exactly. So I'm thinking like right now, moving forward, I think of guys, especially men who are avid travelers, I think they're more open to going to places off the beaten path now to get away from that Americanization, so to speak. Let's meet up and fight and beat up each other type shit. You know what I'm saying? You got the
I'm not with it.
in me either, man. You got the passport bro, chitlin circuit, boxing matches going on and shit. I don't think everybody is into that. I think a lot of brothers, especially once you start getting in your 30s and your 40s and shit, you're not really looking for all that, man. You're looking to have a good time. And let's face it, not all of us are rich. I mean, I'll be the first to say it. I am not fucking rich. I'm an average working man. I'm a single dad. I'm not rich. So I'm looking to have a good time without the bullshit at a reasonable price, something that's not going to break my fucking pockets. And what I'm starting to notice going back to Medellin and, since I've been going there for so long, over the past 4 years that I've been going there, uh, it's safe to say in some areas, prices have doubled since I've been
Yeah,
going there. So with that being said, in this current climate, I think a lot of guys, their eyes and their pockets are definitely open now to suggestion of going to places that are, let's just say, off the beaten path, so to speak. So when you say Cambodia, that's the reason why I asked. That's not a place that everybody's talking about, on every other fucking travel blog. It's not a video being done about Cambodia and the Cambodia girls and creep cams in Cambodia. You see a lot of that shit in Thailand, specifically Pattaya. I've heard good things about Bangkok, but I'm learning about that because I have not been to either of those locations yet. That's the reason why I brought you on because from what you told me, you've been to these countries, and I like to get insight about that. And when I do YouTube vlogs like this, bro, to be honest with you, bro, I just be on here talking, my guy. That's it. I just be on here talking. People ask me questions and shit, and if I know about it, I'll speak on it. But if not, I'll find somebody that do. And that's why you here tonight, because you the
oh
person
yeah,
that do.
most definitely, most definitely. Um, if I okay, I put it like this: if I got to choose an Asian country, I'm going to go between um Cambodia and Philippines. I will completely scratch Thailand off the list.
Damn, that's a strong statement, dog. But that's good to hear, though. That's real good to hear, my guy. It's real good to hear. To be honest with you, you're not the first person that's mentioned that to me. But I take people's word for it, but I like to go to a country first and make my own appraisal. But you're the second person that's told me that. Now they told me, far as finding a woman who's more, let's just say, traditional or whatnot, it would be the Philippines. Now, what some people don't know is a lot of the Philippine people have Latin lineage. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
At one point, the Philippines was a Spanish-speaking country, and
by the
I mentioned that
Spaniards.
to yes. Actually, the Philippines was named after King Philip of Spain. See, I do a lot of history
That's
on this
not,
shit.
yeah, the Philippines is not the true name of the Philippines.
Yep. Um. So, what was the true name of it?
I couldn't even tell you, but I know that's not the true
I
name.
was well. The research that I had done, I found that the Philippines was named after King Philip, which was a king who was the king of Spain at that particular time. And just like they say the conquerors write the history. Over the years, all the people who conquered the Philippines, they actually banned the speaking of Spanish language. They considered it as a bastardized language. So that's the reason why the people in the Philippines don't speak Spanish anymore. It was one of the only Spanish-speaking Asian countries in that part of the hemisphere. So when you see the women there, that's why they kind of built like Latinos because that's their lineage. That's where their heritage originally came from. They look up to Spanish people, and I love Spanish women. So I was to thinking about it, like, damn, Odell, if you're gonna go over there, wouldn't it make more sense for you to go to the Philippines? You know what I'm saying? Just on that
it
alone.
it does. Now, one thing I would say about the Philippines, you know how in some of the Latin countries you have girls built like cereal boxes.
Nigga, you talking about Fruit Loops? You heard me? Frosted
Mhm.
Flakes? Which box?
I mean,
Honey,
I mean,
honeycomb.
shaped like this, shoulders to stomach,
God damn.
man. You know, so
Yeah, I gotta give a shout out to my partner, QB Passport flexing in the building. He said he gonna
what
watch the
up,
replay.
QB?
Yeah, QB up in here, you heard me? What's happening with you, Willie?
What
QB
up,
Passport flexing. Eddie Ryan.
Eddie,
All
Eddie J?
right. And so the dudes go to a place that with no knowledge of the language and no common sense, and they say the place sucks. Hey man, look, I could dig it, bro. And opinions is like assholes. Everybody got one. They entitled to it. But I will say this though. I notice when dudes throw that shit out there, they don't have a backstory behind it. And I be saying, bro, I be want to ask them so bad sometimes, like, dog, well, why you feel like that? But then it dawned on me. They only gonna tell me what they want me to know and not the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. And they gonna, give the side of the story that what's the word I'm looking for? Supports their argument. They're not gonna be completely transparent with it as I would be. So sometimes I just be like, all right, cousin, that's your opinion. Fuck it, don't go then. You know what I'm saying? I ain't much gonna knock it. You got your own reasons why you feel that way. I'm going to continue to go there. I haven't had any let's just say bad luck as of yet. But that could change or it couldn't change. It's just all about how you conduct yourself in different areas or whatnot. And that's a true statement right there. It would behoove any of you to have a good grasp of the language of the particular country you choose to go to. Not saying you
Don't be
have to be
like me,
fluent.
guys. In Mexico and don't speak no Spanish.
Oh, that's what I was about to say about QB Passport Flexing. QB is the official Mexico guy up in here right now. And damn, you flexing that Mexican money, right?
I'm
Yeah,
just
QB will
saying,
tell you all
I'm
day.
here right now. I live in Mexico, guys. I'm in the
Oh
barrio.
shit. You hear that, QB? Homie say he's staying in the barrio right now, you know what I'm saying? He said he done came to your hood, bro. He in your backyard. It's a stomping ground, you dig? I called it, you hear me? And I got a formal invitation to come to Tijuana, and I will admit I ain't going. I'm sorry. I ain't going. QB, I think QB says the spot to go is Guadalajara. You heard of
Guadalajara.
Guadalajara? Guadalajara. QB specifically said on a couple of his lives that's a place that he likes to go at for the nightlife.
I agree.
He spends lots of his time there, and he's very adamant about it. He says a lot of guys are sleeping on fucking Mexico, and
It's okay. I'll get them a pillow. Stay asleep on it.
no, he's like, you fucking guys are sleeping on Mexico. He's like, it's Guadalajara. He speaks very well about Guadalajara, Mexico City, and it's one other city that he speaks of in his videos that he says is good, like for geomaxing and to meet like normal girls, like non-pro girls. And fuck man, I just can't remember the name of it, but yeah, he lives in California. Well, let me shut the fuck up. I ain't gonna put the man business out there, but let's just say he lives close to Mexico, and he spends a lot of time there. I'll just say it as that. But
My boy live with the sperm shot of Mexico.
there we go. So since you're in Mexico right now, and QB is here, won't you give us your opinion about Mexico and how's it been for you so far?
Um. Okay, so my first ever trip out the U.S. was when I was 17 years old. I went to um Nuevo Laredo, te- uh uh it's Laredo, Texas, and then you have Nuevo Laredo is the Mexican side. They have this little place called Boys Town. And I was
Okay.
17. I went there. It looked like a straight bomb hit that place. I mean, like you George Bush the button, gone. It's crazy there. And I imagine it looks even worse now because that was years ago. I was 17, so I,
So
I
that's
know
like
it got to look even worse.
Beirut, Beirut in the '80s, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
yeah. So anyways, I met a group of truckers because I drove my vehicle over there. Didn't know what I was doing. Now, mind you, guys, I'm 17 years old. I'm in my mid 30s now. So get over there. I bump into these truckers. It was six of these guys. My bad. My bad. It was five of these guys. The one guy that rode with me to bring my vehicle back across to the U.S. He ended up staying because he had got food poisoning. It wasn't from the Mexican side. It was some BS he ate on the U.S. side. Got sick. He decided to stay. So anyway, I ride with these guys. My parents don't even know where I'm at. I ain't told my mom, my dad, grandma, nothing. I ain't mentioned nothing to nobody. Aunties. So anyway, I ride out to Mexico City with these guys. Get down there. They knew all the hot spots to go. Blew my mind. I fell in love with the senoritas off top. You know, like, hey, I got in there. I was putting that Ken Padmore down. Ah, ah, you know, I was
Oh
dropping that
shit.
Ken Padmore like straight up and down, bro.
So since
I,
you've been going to Mexico, um, clearly you're living there right now. I would suppose, right?
yeah, I'm living here now.
So it would be safe to say that Mexico, out of all the countries that you've been to, and you decided to make Mexico your home, it must be something special about the place. I mean, I would think if I've been to 10 different countries and I decided to make Mexico my home, there's something special about it. And I'm just wondering, what is that special thing that you like about Mexico as opposed to the other countries that you've visited?
Um, because I can work on the U.S. side and stay on this side, and it's cheap.
So what's that
And
line like?
huh?
Do you have I think it's a Century card, I think it's called a Century card, where you can just
Yeah,
travel back and forth easier?
yeah. So you should apply for your Century card.
Okay.
That allows you fast access, or if you have global entry, that allows you quick access to not have to stand in line.
So,
Um,
I'm is that you just saying bits and pieces of information that I think is very intricate to the conversation. when you
Oh
say
yeah.
the Century card is the equivalent of global entry, so global entry and Century is like one and the same, or they're interchangeable,
No,
or what's the
those are
deal?
two different things. They're the same
Okay.
thing, but global entry allows you global entry to all countries. You don't have to stand in line. You get to blow past the line. You don't have to take your shoes off. For any of you lazy guys out there, chubby guys out there, guys that may have health
Ooh,
problems, you don't
shots
want to take your
fired.
shoes off. Yep, yep. So you don't have to take them off. The other card that that just allows you access to Mexico. That secondary
Okay,
card.
gotcha, gotcha.
Yep.
So travel time typically right now on a normal day for you. Let's just say you get up in the morning. You got to be to work for 8 o'clock. You're probably around 3 miles from the border. How long would it take you to get from point A to point B? Just crossing the border,
So
not including your travel time to your job. Just saying to cross over the border from your
okay.
house.
So you can do it one of three ways. You can either take a route taxi, which is called a ruta.
Right.
Here, that's a public taxi.
Right.
You can take an Uber. Uber is gonna cost you about $5
Hmm.
both ways, depend on if they have a surge or not. Or you could take a regular taxi cab. Regular taxi cab probably gonna run you about $8, and
Okay.
that's them trying to gringo you. Now, if they really trying to gringo you, probably about $10, $11. But I take
Ooh,
a
Lord.
public taxi
It's on
for
Clubber
for a
Lang
dollar.
a nigga out there, bitch. Okay, $10. So
Yep.
okay. So how long does it take you to cross the border? That's the
Okay.
question.
So I'm sorry. I got off track there. Uh, to cross the border for me being in the Century line, that's about 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Now for
15
just an
minutes.
average
Com-
working shift, right?
compared compared to a potential 4 hours, you could be
That's
in
what
line
I was
four
about to
hours
ask
with
you.
no Century.
Okay. So just to sum it all up, without a Century card, if you were a person that wanted to work in the United States and live in Mexico, you would have to potentially get up 4 hours before your shift, maybe to get to work on time.
Yep.
Technically five, because once you cross the border, you have to commute to your job, which could also be an arbitrary task. I know that Highway 8 traffic ain't no hope. So
Exactly.
we're looking at 5 hours for you to commute from your house to your job every day. So round trip, 10 hours possibly. We're gonna, for the sake of conversation, we're gonna say roughly 7 to 10 hours to commute from Mexico and back if you're gonna work in the United States.
Yep.
At that point,
That's
it doesn't make sense
right.
because literally you're gonna spend a complete work shift waiting in line, getting back and forth. Because technically, once
Especially
you
on the
get home,
weekends.
it's worse on the weekend. So technically, once you get home, you have time to pretty much open the door, uh, check your mail, spit in the garbage can, go take a shower, and go back and wait in line again to get back across.
Basically.
Basically, so if you're gonna do this and to be, efficient, and because efficiency is key, time is money. To do this in the most efficient way possible, excuse me, it would behoove you to go either get the Century or have global entry. Otherwise, it makes no sense to do
Mm-hmm.
it. Okay, good deal. To
Most
sum it all
definitely.
up, bring it on home. Most deaf, most deaf. All right, all right, all right. I didn't want to go to Mexico because I had heard some stories from my friends or whatnot who had been there before, and it wasn't very good. Now, usually, in most cases, when someone tells me somewhere is bad, I'll still go for myself to do research, you know. But by me having close contact with these people that went there, and I'll just, little backdrop about it, it was more than 5 people that went there. Of those 5 people who went to that particular place in Mexico, I don't want to put too much out there because if I even say it, there's some YouTubers and it's just the motherfuckers gonna know exactly who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty tight with them. And what's gonna happen is, out of those 5 people, 4 of them never went back. One went back, and that's because he lives close to that general area. So I was like, okay, 5 people that I know, only one went back over the course of 3 years. I was like, you know what? No. And I reach out to these guys from time to time and I'll ask them. I was like, hey man, you ever went back to such and such? It's like, nah, man, I ain't went back yet. So where you done been? And they'll call out probably like 4 of the countries they done went to. So I came to my own conclusion, like, well, maybe that's not, a place I want to go right now. But I watched QB's videos, and from what I saw, I mean, he's having some pretty good success out there. I give credit where it's due, but every man's path is going to be different, and
True.
the place that he's going and what he's doing, I just I've been to Brazil. My first trip out of the country was Brazil, and all hands down. I've said this on numerous occasions before. That's by far one of the best trips that I ever took. Um, I've been with a lot of people. I've been different places with folks and stuff, but what I was exposed to in Brazil was man, nothing short of a miracle. I tell you that it was a beautiful place. I could say I had a great time. Um, since then I've been out the country well over 25 or 30 times. I stopped counting. It's like once you get past that 15th stamp on your passport book, it's like you just stop counting at that point. It's just like taking a ride from Louisiana to Mississippi. It's just, it becomes normal, it's like commonplace. So I went to several other places since then. And I just, I made myself comfortable there. One of those places being Medellin, and that was the actually the name of this video, and we kind of, went off in different directions. But it's alive. It happened, right?
Hmm.
And I named it Medellin Past, Present, and Future. And if anyone, I have a long log of videos that I've had of me and Medellin in the past, so I think that's, pretty much self-explanatory. Presently, Medellin is a shell of its former self. You can still have a great, I'm just being dead honest with you. You can still have a good time in Medellin, but the main thing that's changed in Medellin, it's more costly. And people it's arguable. They'll say, "Oh, Medellin is more dangerous now than ever." I call bullshit on that.
Bullshit.
Met is bullshit on that because you know what? When you first were going to Medellin back in 2019 or 2015, whenever you first started going there, it was dangerous back then too. But the difference now is you have more people covering Medellin. You have more people putting the information out there, especially in the black community, because motherfucking Caucasians been going out there for the longest of time, right?
Ever
And we're
since
late to the
Pablo Escobar had chest hair, them boys
thank
been going
you,
out.
thank you. And now we're getting late to the party, and we have a few prominent YouTubers now that are copying and pasting and translating the news for those non-Spanish speakers. And now you're able to see firsthand what's really going on out there. If you're out there for any extended period of time, you will know that Americans only aren't the only people who fallen victim to escopamina. They rob their own people. They rob each other. So
Yes,
it's
but that don't
nothing
get
new.
brought up.
Yeah, it don't get brought up because that's not big news. That's not what everybody want to hear about. People want to hear about Americans and extraños, getting robbed out there. That makes the news. That gets people's attention. But this place has been dangerous, just like America's fucking dangerous. I'm
Yes,
from New
Detroit.
Orleans. You know what it is. We out here. I'm out here in the motherfucking boot. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Motherfucker kill you any way possible out this motherfucker. They just pull their gun out, shoot you to see if the bitch work. Oh, I gotta go clean my shit. My shit jam. I only shot that nigga 3 times and my shit jam. Let me get inside and clean it. If I can go kill me nothing.
my
It's
boy
just,
in
it's just
between an alligator and a rattlesnake in the boot.
right. And you know what other people sleep on? Motherfuckers sleep on Shreveport. Shreveport is a beast too.
It
Everybody
is.
talking
Shout
about
out to
New Orleans, New
Hurricane
Orleans.
Chris.
Oh man, bro. Them boys out there trapping, rapping, stabbing, and shooting. I all day, twice on Sunday, you know. And I think anywhere that you go, and we have a gun society in America, and I think that's a big part of the equation that people leave out when they go to talking about how dangerous Medellin is, how dangerous Cali is. We have a gun culture out here. If you know anything about the laws in Colombia, it's rather difficult for people there to get firearms legally. Um, I'm sitting in front of a gun shop right now as we speak. I can go over there in the morning, fill out a FFL, and do a background check, and I can have a firearm in, let's just say, 5 days. And there's some online sites that we can go to right now, which I won't mention on this live, where you can actually get the person's address, talk to them online, go meet them at an undisclosed location, and purchase a firearm, just like that. And in these countries, and once I got familiar with the gun laws and shit like that, especially in Colombia, it's not that easy for you to get a gun legally out. You know, you can order bullets online for Christ's sakes in the United States right now. You can go to fucking cheaperthandirt.com right now and order 1,000 rounds or whatever fucking caliber of bullet that you want. You know what I'm saying? Have that shit delivered to your fucking doorstep. Start your own little fucking military or your own little fucking private army tomorrow, just ordering bullets and shit offline. And it's not that easy for them. So, like killing out here is almost a sport. So when you think about relatively far as danger, it's in the eye of the beholder. And for the most part of it, a lot of these, when you go to these countries and shit like that, if you do a little bit of research, instead of where should I go? Where should I go? Why I need to be at? Where's popping at? I notice a lot of guys, it's the first thing they ask when they do these consultations, where to go, where to go, where to go, where to go. Seldom do I hear somebody ask, where shouldn't I be at? That's crazy. Like that's the first thing I ask a motherfucker. If I'm going somewhere to a strange place, where shouldn't I be at? Where's it not safe for my fucking red ass to go at? You know what I'm saying? If I don't know the language. And that like just goes clean across their head. So presently, in my opinion, Medellin is the same as it was maybe a few years ago, but things just cost more. And the reason why it costs more is because you have a huge influx of American dollars, European dollars, French dollars, and pretty much YouTube has sensationalized Medellin to the point that to whereas it's just a hot place to be right now. It's like the basic law of supply and demand. Property costs, just like in the United States, property values go up in certain states where a lot of people want to move to. You hear about that all the time, like small provinces in Tennessee, right? Years ago, you can go out there and get a fucking house out there for maybe something around 2,500 square feet. You might get it for around 80 to $100,000. Well, that same piece of property right now is going for 230 or 260, maybe even higher. Depending on the comps in the area. And you see the similar things taking place. That's what happened in Medellin. Everybody swarmed there. The people who had property there, they figured out if they could put out the fucking locals and let you gringos come stay there for $100 a night, they can make themselves wealthy in a short period of time. And that's what's happened there. And where the money goes, so do the drugs and so do the gangsters. And what do you have now? You have small groups of gangs who target men on Tinder, specifically looking for sex or a relationship, either or, depends on who you talk to, and they're using these websites to target poor innocent gringos who are looking for love, and it's just what
Exactly.
it is.
Gangs.
Yeah,
Gangs run these websites, guys, believe it or not. So that pretty little chica you talking to is probably part of a gang on Tinder. And you will never think, oh, she's too pretty to be part of a gang. Forget that BS you see in the movies and on TV. This ain't the
right,
movies and TV. This is real life. It don't look
absolutely,
like that.
absolutely, absolutely. And believe it or not, these girls who are drugging you, it isn't their intention to kill you. I've spoken to a couple of them. I just take my word for it.
They're not
When they
medical professionals, guys.
Absolutely. Their intention is to drug you and get up out of there because they know if they do get caught up because there are cameras everywhere, they know they could be looking at a long time in jail. Now, just say for instance, if they are caught and you're still living and breathing, yes, there will be some jail time, that goes along with that. Maybe if they're caught, depending on, the circumstances or whatnot. But if you're dead, that's a whole nother can of worms that they don't want to deal with. They don't, let's just drug him, let him go back home, and maybe he'll come back a year or two from now. And we could drug his stupid ass again and take the rest of his shit. I don't know what goes through their fucking mind, but initially, that's not. Think about it. If that was the case, they would just catch your ass somewhere and shoot you and take your shit. They don't necessarily want to kill you; they just want to rob you. So you leave yourself open for that. Oh, oh well, so be it. I mean, it happens to the best of us. I had a close friend of mine. I think I had talked to you before about him offline. Nick, he was somewhat of a mentor to me, and he is what you would want to consider as a Medellin OG. I
And
mean,
he
he
been
was a good,
traveling since the '80s, guys. That's the thing about
yeah,
old
yes,
dude he talking about. He been traveling a long time, so he's not new to this.
yes. He was a Navy veteran. He retired from the military. Um, Matter of fact, at the time when he met his untimely demise, he was actually in the process of buying some property out in Brazil. He had intentions on going to Brazil, and you know, fate may have it he didn't make it there. But let's just say I know a few other guys who are in the YouTube realm, and these guys have lived in Medellin. One of them particular, he stayed in Medellin for 6 years, and just about 3 months ago, he moved to Brazil. I know another guy out there. He has a business. He's been in Medellin for several years. He moved to Brazil. Um, I know another guy. And this is like three guys. Most of the people that you know that are expats who can stay out there a long time, most of them are ex-military, and they're collecting
Yep.
a pension. That's the thing about it. That's the main thing you got to keep in fact think about in this situation. And I talk to them all on the regular. When I have time, I just check in on them. I don't call people every day, but if you're a friend of mine, I'll check on your ass, at least once every 2 or 3 months. Hey, cat cow chicken, you alive? Yeah, okay. Stay up, fool. It's whatever, you hear me? But all four of these guys that I know, and I've been, I've had parties. Oh my God, I had some wild parties in Medellin with these guys. Oh my God, I got some stories to tell. But anyway, all of them going to Brazil now. All four of them gone out of there. They sold their apartments or rented out their apartments, and they packed their shit up and they went to fucking Brazil. You know, so that kind of tells me right there. Sometimes you have to look at what people do and not what they say. This is what I gather in my mind, right? Okay, if I know that you're a retired veteran and you're on a military, what's the word I'm looking? Military retirement, right? That means you get X amount of dollars every month on a certain day. So with that money that you have, it's not like it's gonna go up next week or down next week. This is what you got, you know. But if the city or area that you're living in is getting more and more expensive, and your money that you're getting in from your pension is still the same, and you can go somewhere else and your money will go further, it's an easy decision. And I'm leaning towards, I'm not 100% sure, but I put myself in another person's shoes and I try and make a decision. If I knew I was getting X amount of dollars a month and everything going up around this bitch from the groceries to the rent, even the fucking pussy is going up because they got to make more money to survive out this motherfucker. Wouldn't it make more sense for me to take my pension and go somewhere else where it stretch further and I can get the same amenities? And I think this is what these men are coming up with. I'm not going to say it's that dangerous. I don't think it's the danger that ran these guys off because they've been there for 6 years and they don't seem as if they're having any problems. I think it's a financial aspect to it that played a part in that. I always strong believer in follow the fucking money, you know? And that's something else you guys could do too. Once you get a little familiar with the language, if you really want to get a temperature test of what's going on in the area, it's not much from the United States. Something like Barbershop. You remember the popular movie Barbershop with Ice Cube? They made about one, two, three different barbershops, right?
Yep, they did.
And right. And you remember when you used to go to the barbershop back in the days, you'd be sitting up in there. You have old man Henry in that bitch. Then you had the CD guy come through that bitch. And you got the rockhead that come through that motherfucker. He trying to wash your car or he trying to sweep the hair up off the floor. And everybody in there talking. And that's how you get the local buzz about what's going on in the neighborhood and shit, right? You get the real lowdown, like not the shit on the TV, but you get the real spill of what's going down on the street. Well, take that what you know and bring that to other countries. You know what I'm saying? Some things remain the same. Well, what I'm getting at is this, brothers. Once you learn the language and you really want to know what's going on around in there, find you a fucking local barbershop, right? Just start going there and start talking with the locals that are in that barbershop. You'll find out a lot of shit. You'll find out about the whores. You'll find out about the married bitch that worked across the street in the notary and the little fucking motor concert guy pull her on the back and blow her back out. You'll find out about the nice little church girl that you think is cool, but that bitch selling and snorting tussie and slinging pussy on the weekend. All that shit comes up in the barbershop. Where to go get your cheap shit from? You know, where to go get your knockoff J's from? All that is in the barbershop. I have a barber that I've been going to in Medellin for 2 years, and believe it or not, that's where I get most of my news from when I go to Medellin. Not off of YouTube on their road, handing you down third, fourth, fifth hand, information. I'll go sit up in that barber shop and I'll talk to those because you got a lot of Venezuelan barbers, right? I don't know if you knew that or not, but you got a lot of Venezuelan barbers in Colombia because a lot of them are undocumented and they can't get, let's just say,
Regular
the
jobs.
regular, yeah, like regular exit toll jobs or jobs at the Medellin Bowl, shit like that. They're not gonna get hired there, so they pretty much in terms that you guys understand, they're pretty much like freelance workers, like 1099 type motherfucking shit. Can you dig it? So they'll get
Yep.
jobs like that. And I sit up in that barbershop, bro, and I be talking to them dudes, I be running it with them. They actually get apartments out there. Like the guy who cut my hair, he has a wife and a kid. And he tells me, he's like, man, at one point I could stay closer to the barbershop in Medellin because I've been around La Setenta. And he says now he stays like about 30 minutes away 45, give or take. And he told me that his apartment, he got a nice, he showed me pictures of this motherfucker. The bitch got a pool, 2 bedroom apartment, laid out, real nice. Guess how much this motherfucker pay a month?
How
$200.
much is that?
$200.
Well, you
200
got
a
near
month.
Was you out near Beijing?
No, it's not. No, it's not around Basil. Yeah, it's another. Jesus Christ. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's not Restrepo. It's not Basil. It's another little area. It's past Boston. It's like going towards Boston, but up. I know it's like in Zona Norte. Oh shit. For the sake of conversation right now, let's just say Boston area. All right. People that's
Okay.
around it, they know what I'm talking about. I'm guessing that's what it is. But what he told me was like this. He was like, yeah, like a lot of the gringos around here, these guys are paying $1,000 a month and shit like that for a similar apartment, and like being priced out. So right now, that's what the temperature is. And it's like, this is the guys on the shoot moving forward. Now we're gonna go into the future part about Medellin because we didn't spoke about present. In the future, if things continue the way that it is in Medellin right now, he already told me when I was in the barbershop last time, he said, yeah, it's kind of like a love-hate relationship that because he's Venezuelan. It's like the same way with Colombians, how they feel about Venezuelans coming there over there without their papers and taking their jobs and shit. That's the way that Colombians feel towards us because we're coming over there with our tax dollars, American money, and pretty much, the nomad digital visas and shit like that. They accept us, but it's a level of disdain that they have for us still. They even make memes about it. If you don't believe me, there's memes online about that. There's a meme online right now with a grandmother and a grandfather leaving out the apartment, and there's this valley girl walking in with her fucking bags, her coach bags and shit going into their apartment. And if you look at it and you know what's going on in the area right now, it depicts something. It shows like a level of gentrification is taking place. What they're doing is the business owners and the people who are coming in and buying the condos or whatnot, they're putting the locals out and moving the gringos in because they can charge the gringos more money. So you have a class of people who are being gentrified from their own from their own neighborhoods. All right. And I mean, I'm not making this shit up. I mean, a simple Google search, you can see it. And I even go back into my Airbnb receipts. And like I told you before, the same apartments I've been renting for years, they started off around 17 to $25. Now they're 55. Well, they're doing the same thing to the people who live in the area. What happens is these people are getting pushed further and further and further out. So he says this is the reason why sometimes you'll be walking around in the local Pisces, they'll be giving you dirty looks and shit, you know. He said it's not because of your color, it's because of what you're doing to their neighborhood. And it's kind of bittersweet because you bring money here, but it's like you're putting them out their house at the same time. So moving forward in the future, I hope that the prices and shit don't continue to go up like that, the way they are now. Um, because desperate times call for desperate measures, and there's definitely a possibility there may be an increase of the robberies, the bashings over
Or
the head that you're seeing right now.
or Granny could end up on a strip pole, shaking them long ass titties.
Oh, dog, dog, bro. Oh man, bro, I gotta tell you about this shit, dog, bro. I'm gonna take this shit to my grave with me, dog, bro. One time, dog, it was me, Sensei, and Johnny, dog. We went to
Shout out to
Positive.
Maine.
Oh, you know, Sensei, yeah, the man, you heard me. That, hey, bro, that's the first person. Hey, the man put foot to ass, and he made me fucking start learning Spanish. You know what I'm saying? He would check me. He would call. Okay, you did your homework? What does this mean? It got to a point where he wouldn't even speak to me in English no more. He would make me speak to him in Spanish. And I look, I every day I say thank God for the man, bro, because you know he gave me that extra motivation and he checked me and he kept me accountable. That's the thing about it. A lot of times people will fall off and stop wanting to learn the language because no one's keeping them accountable. You get lax. It's human. But anyway, but let me tell you about the story. You talking about some granny draws, right? Dog,
Hmm.
me, Sensei, and Johnny was walking around in Plaza Botero, right? I'm taking pictures with the fat man and shit out there. You know all the fucking statues they got out there in Botero, right? So,
Hmm.
dog, we walked down this little middle street, like in the middle, you dig? I stopped. I think the main had got a bottle of water. I got some water, and I forgot what homeboy got. I think, I don't know, it's a piece of cake or some shit. I don't know. Dog, bro, I walked like
Costello.
15 feet, dog. I looked to my left, dog. Hey, bro, they had this lady come out, bro. She must have been about 65 years old, bro. You know how I used to wear the old, like the stilettos with the stockings with the straps on it and shit? The little
Yeah.
halter top, dog. Oh man, bro, it was three of them, dog. Hey, bro, one of them was like 65, another one was about at least 70, dog. Everything was great, every fucking thing, dog. Bitch ain't trying to die nothing. She was old silver fox, dog. I was like, oh my god,
Mm.
bro. She came out there, bro. She had her little nails, dog. She's doing a little finger at me, like, come here, dog. I was like, no, I can't believe this shit, dog. The bitches was half
Wow.
naked, dog. And these motherfuckers was like 60, 70, and one of them might have been like 55 or something, but it was three of them. I remember this shit like yesterday, cousin. Look, one of them had on like red and black. The other one had on like an all white, like a little teddy suit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Oh, dog. One bitch titty long as a farmer's foot. Motherfucker sagging down to her nipples and shit, dog. And it was
Wow.
out there. Like it was cool, dog. Like shit that you know this bitch should be wearing in the bedroom. The motherfucker was out in the street. Out the motherfucker, the little kids walking by, you know, eating
Oh
their little
yeah.
candies and shit. You hear me? And I'm like, man, this lady, and then she just out here soliciting this shit. And it just fucked me up. I'm like, these old bitches knowing to be at somebody motherfucking babysitting, nursery, or something, watching the kids, and he's motherfucker here selling ass, dog. I dog, bro. It fucked me up. It fucked
They're
me
trying
up,
to put
dog.
that Eddie J in the play. Trying to put that Eddie J in the play.
Man, look, man. Hey, bro, let me
Yeah.
go in this. I'm gonna go in this comment section right quick because I done been on here about an hour and a half. I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody who done hung with us tonight. Look, I appreciate y'all fellas stopping by. Okay, here we go. OW, do you think Venezuela will be next Colombia if the elections change the leadership? Um, wait. somebody before that. Wait, we got a question for you. Shit. Oh, this one for you, bro. Ryan Was says, "What's your top three international cities, KBJ?"
Top three international cities.
Yes, sir.
Number one, first African country I went to. That's Kigali, Rwanda.
Okay.
Two, South Africa, Johannesburg. Hold on, wait. Yeah. Johannesburg, South Africa. Three, I know a lot of y'all probably gonna kind of look at me sideways. Boca Chica, Dominican Republic.
I ain't gonna look at you sideways because I'm going back to that motherfucker real soon. You heard me? Look, you fucked my head over that one, dog. I wasn't expecting to hear that shit at all, cousin. Like that came from left field and popped me upside Boca Chica. Come on,
Boca,
boy. Really?
yep,
Damn, dog. Hey,
Boca
bro, I'm
Chica.
gonna be real with you, bro. I done been to Boca Chica a lot. I done been a lot of other places, you hear me? But let's just say it's one in particular person that always dragged me back to Boca Chica. It's like the motherfucker is under my skin and I just can't get her out. And every chance I get, I gotta go see it. I just want to say it is crazy because Boca Chica just hit me up tonight while I was doing a live. She hit me up in WhatsApp. You know what I'm
Wow,
saying? Like,
that's a
yeah,
sign.
I'm hey dog. It's like, but I gotta get to Peru though. That's the problem. Every time I get the ready to go to
Oh,
Peru, her fucking ass hit me up. What's up, cousin?
no. Go ahead. I got something to say about Peru, but go ahead.
Okay. Here's another one for you. He says, "What's the pardon me. What's the infrastructure like in those two countries?" I think Eddie J is speaking in reference to. I'm looking at the timeline when he made this comment. When he made this comment, I think he's talking about Philippines and Cambodia. Because remember we were talking about Philippines and Cambodia.
hmm
So he wants
the
to know what the infrastructure is like, specifically the internet, the roads, and the buildings.
the internet is definitely coming along in Philippines. They should probably be getting ready to have 5G if they don't have 5G. When I
Okay.
was there, I had no issues with the internet. It was fast. Um, the process to get internet is different. I'm sorry, the process to getting your cell service is different now. You got to tie your cell phone to your passport now. Um,
Wow.
yep. But it's not a big deal, guys. You know, it's just to secure your phone to make sure you don't have any scammers hitting your phone. I know it sounds a little weird, but do your research on it. But it's supposed to prevent that. I'll be going back to Philippines soon myself. Shout out to my boy Gaines from Tijuana. He's in Philippines right now, actually.
Okay.
Um, that was the guy that was supposed to have been on the live with us, who was like, man, bro, get your stuff together, bro. You know, that was yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
know
him.
what you're talking about. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
yep. So yeah, the infrastructure's good, guys. You won't have any problems. Females on point. Uh, like you have a lot of females that have vaginas like this here. In
Damn.
Philippines, you don't have these in the Philippines. you
This
know,
nigga off the chain. That nigga stupid, boy.
I'm,
Oh,
I'm serious.
evil.
Would,
Oh my goodness.
would you rather have a little hole like this or something like this? You choose. Little hole like this or something like this.
Oh,
I'm taking
Sensei.
I'm taking this.
All day, twice on Thursday.
Exactly. And then
Oh,
Cambodia, you don't have any problems with the internet there, phone, cell service. Um, you don't have to tie your phone to your passport there. Um, yeah, I mean it's no issue, bro. Like trust me, you'll have a good time. It's just the flight. That's the only thing that you have to deal with is that 24-hour flight.
I
That's
could do that.
that's something that's not going away. But you
What
choose, but you choose a good airline. You got movies. You got you some pretty stewardess. You got free drinks, depending on which airline you choose. You got in-flight meals. Oh, Dub, like, how are the in-flight meals for you when you're going to Colombia?
the flight's too short, my guy. I'm in
Oh,
Colombia. I'm in Colombia in like 3 or 4 hours. If I fly out of Florida if I fly from Florida around my house in Orlando, like I'm in fucking Colombia in like 3.5 hours. If I go to Medellin, it depends on if I fly into Medellin or Bogota. So now when I go to Brazil, I fly Delta, and those meals are fucking delicious. They
mm,
feed you when you get on the plane. They feed you a dinner, and in the morning before you land in Brazil, they give you a nice breakfast. So
mm,
people, okay, this is my thing. People have their, grievances with Spirit Airlines. I don't. It's the quickest way to get to South America, where I'm going at. But if I take a flight that's longer than 8 hours, I'm taking Delta. I just pay the fucking extra money. When I go to Brazil, I always fly Delta. I don't even second guess it. I just pay the extra money. But if I'm taking a short flight, let's say to like a, I don't know, a Costa Rica, a fucking Bogota, Medellin, or even a DR, some shit like that. Come on, fellas. The flight is 2 to 4 hours, depending on where you go at. By the time the seat gets warm, the captain's saying prepare for descent. Like, really? You know what I'm saying? So to each his own. I travel a lot, so I dollar cost average. I average it out. You know what I'm saying? And I think of it like this: I could take this American flight right now to please the masses, just to say, "Oh, I didn't fly cheap ass Spirit," and I could pay $700 for that one flight, or I could pay $184 to $200 round trip and go there for 3 times out of the fucking year. And I usually travel out the country every month. It may be from 5 to 12 days. Sometimes I stay longer, but I do the fucking numbers, right? I'm like, for $600, I can go to Bogota once, Medellin once, then flip this shit around and take a flight to fucking Cali, all for under $700. Or I could
oh
pay
yeah,
$700 one time just for the sake of saying, hey, I flew American. You know what I'm saying? To
right.
each his own, but I've traveled a lot. And I do realize most people don't have time to travel like that. Most people have 2 weeks to travel out the year. That's their vacation time. They
Damn
got
that.
2 weeks. Some
Damn
people,
that.
you see what I'm saying? So, it's just a little bit different. And I know I'm going to be traveling on a regular. So, I space my money out accordingly. Like I say, I'm not rich. I'm a single dad. I never get on the fucking internet, even if I was rich. Let me tell you, Negro, something. If I hit $10 million tomorrow, you'll be the last people to know. No one's gonna know. I'm gonna drive my same fucking truck. I'm gonna
Serious.
drive my same car, and I'm gonna think I'm poor, straight up. I refuse to be one of those people that get out here and flash my money. You make yourself a target. That's not my skilo, especially on the internet. You never know who's watching this shit, right? They know you, but you don't know them. You know how many times I've been walking down La Setenta in Medellin, and somebody walked up to me and they said, hey, I know you. I saw you on the internet last night. I'm like, yeah, what's my name? You was on such and such channel. And I was like, damn, nice to meet you. Shake hands and shit. I'm not an asshole like that. But that's just the fact of what it is, and that's the nature of the beast. Once you get
Well, that's
into
how
this
you
deep,
OW.
OW, OW. You already said
No,
OW.
oh, they say that in Colombia. That don't
Yeah,
say the double O.
uh-uh. No. They don't, nah. That's not my no, no one knows about it. This was an
Oh,
American guy. He was an American,
oh,
Yeah, most of my audience is, out of America. But he saw me on a panel, and he actually approached me, and I spoke to him. I'm not like some people. I'm not gonna say her name, but if you walk up to her and you say her name, and I guess you're not presenting yourself in the proper garments or whatnot, they may or may not speak to you. I'm not that type of person. But the idea that is, once you enter into this YouTube realm or anything like this, being you considered as a public figure, your life isn't so private anymore. People know who you are, and you will get approached. people are gonna walk up to you. And if you're one of these people that's always coming online talking about how much money you got, what you driving, the third, blah blah blah, it's easy to make yourself a target. I'm just not one of those people. Call me what you
Mhm.
want, call me a coward, whatever. I got shit to live for. I don't go out here looking for trouble.
That's
That's
right.
that's
That
that's just
that
me.
don't mean that you lack courage. You one of the most bravest guys I know.
Yeah, you could be. It's a thin line between bravery and stupidity. Let me tell you,
Correct.
it's a thin fucking line. Depending on who you talk to. So I proceed with caution. But yeah, it's only like 3 hours. Back to that. It's only like 3 hours from there, so it's not really long at all. Let me get through these comments right quick, and we're gonna bid our friends a very well for the night. OW, do you think Venezuela will be the next Colombia if the elections change the leadership? um, Maybe. I'm gonna tell you why, Eddie J. I haven't been to Venezuela before, and I don't have a good idea what their infrastructure it looks like right now. And let's just say, for instance, I knew they had elections today, and there's a change of power, right? That'd be a great thing, uh, from a political standpoint. But far as us extraneos going there and integrating into their society and doing what we do in Colombia, I would actually have to have an insight on what the infrastructure of Venezuela is.
I
Uh,
do.
that you do?
I do. I have a friend, a very
Okay.
close friend. You guys subscribe to my channel. I got better content coming, more content coming. But my friend from Venezuela, she's going to do an interview with me. I mean, we talk every day. She's the reason I know the little bit of Spanish I do know. So,
Okay.
you want to know about Venezuela? Tap into my channel. I got interviews coming.
Okay, Eddie J, you heard it here first, my guy. That's the man right there. He got the tap on Venezuela with the infrastructure and things of that nature. Um, let's just say, for the sake of conversation, Eddie J, all things being equal, like as of now, from an infrastructure standpoint, and we are allowed to enter the country,
Which
um,
we are.
which we will be. I think Venezuela will be a good go from a financial standpoint because the dollar, versus I forgot what they call their money over there. Is it the bullion? Shit, I used to remember what the Venezuelan money is. Okay, forget all that. Let's just say if we are allowed to go to Venezuela in the near future with the currency exchange, it would definitely be a plus. All right,
There's a bad
but
way to get into Venezuela.
but we also have to keep in mind as well. Venezuelans right now, that's a poverty stricken country. So the threat of crime is going to be higher than that of Colombia. Because you got to keep in mind, a lot of Venezuelans are leaving Venezuela to migrate to Colombia
Yes,
for economic reasons. Okay, so when you go to a place that's actually poor and you're going there as a millionaire, I don't know, it could be a little bit dangerous. You might really want to research that, like get somebody who's there and talk to them. Because if there's actually I don't know if there's a tourist area designated for extraños in Venezuela, like there is in
there is.
Colombia. Like in Colombia, you got the clock tower, you got uh there is Parque Yeres, and what's the other one? Parque Tres in Bogota. You have different places that are synonymous where extraños tend to gather at where it's safe. So I don't know. That's questionable, Eddie J. That's a good question. That's something that we should all do our research on. I mean, we all want to have a good time, but safety and security is on the forefront and should be on all of our minds before we embark into these countries.
I
Uh,
personally don't suggest going to Venezuela because the locals don't even want to be there. So why do you want to go there? Now it's a double-sided sword. So because the inflation has made the money worthless, you can go there and get some good deals on places. But look at what you have to deal with until things start coming back up. Like OW said,
Right.
it's a wild, wild west out there right now. And
Right.
my friend that's from there who owns property isn't even in her property.
What?
I'm sorry. She's in Panama right now. She's been living in Panama. She wants to go back to her country because she owns a property by the
Okay.
beach, but and it's in a gated community, and she's not even in her gated community.
She
But like
says
I
it's too.
said,
She says it's
hmm,
too dangerous to live in her own gated community. That's why
in
she's in
her own
Panama.
gated community. Yep, in
Well,
her
Eddie.
own gated community.
Um, Eddie, I don't. Eddie, I'm gonna take that back. Um, play at your own risk, my guy. But I don't think I'll be going to Venezuela. I will take
Like
my
I said, you
motherfucking
can
ass to
go.
Cucuta.
You can go. It's ways to
But
get in, but I don't suggest it, honestly. But play it on risk, like O Dub said.
play at your own risk. I ain't fucking with it, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'll go sit my ass on the border right there in Cucuta and wait for them to cross that fucking border and pick their ass off from right there. You heard me? That's what I do. I do some old sniper shit. This fucking criminal
Exactly.
running out the building. He grabbing the girls and like, yeah, bring your ass. You gonna need some travel money, bitch. Stop your ass right motherfucking here. Let's talk. Let's talk turkey, bitch. I got you, you heard? Yeah,
Exactly.
let's talk turkey.
Soon as they cross that border, you're
Right.
right there, ass naked, with your Kim Padmore out, getting in them guts.
Man, what is it with you with this Kim Padmore shit, dog? It's too stupid, dog. Niggas say you out there waiting for with your Ken Padmore out. You know, oh man, dog. Hey, bro, I'm gonna start using that shit, dog. Just cause I know Ken Padmore, dog. Hey, I'm sorry, Ken, dog. It's his fault, bro. It's his fault, dog. I'm gonna start using that shit, dog. I'm gonna be standing on the corner with my Ken Padmore, just waiting for these bitches. One false move. I got the bitch. You heard me? One false move is all it takes. I'm all up in there, you dig? Dead ass. Speaking of Kim Padmore, that's the next. That's the next. You can't even stop laughing, dog. All right, bro. Ken Padmore has the next comment right here. He says, QB passport flexing is lying.
Mm.
Sinaloa is the spot. Okay.
Huh?
Yep. He say Sinaloa. So you out there in Mexico, bro, you might want to Google Sinaloa. Is that an A or O? That's an A. C-I-C.
I'm familiar.
Sinaloa.
I'm familiar with Sinaloa. Just
All
hop
right.
on. Just hop on the bus. You can take the bus down, or you can take the plane. But me personally, I like the scenic route. I hop on the bus and go down to Sinaloa.
C. C. No, eyes is E's. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about that later. All right. Ken Padmore. Again, I'm be on the corner with my Ken Padmore out.
Hey,
Mexico is usually most guys' first trip because of the price. Now that's arguable like a motherfucker right there, Ken Padmore.
truly.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm in Louisiana, right? And
Love you.
for me to leave Louisiana and fly to San Diego, then go across the border, it costs more for me to go to Tijuana than it is to go to Bogota from where I'm at.
Right. We're talking about 280 round trip, guys.
I mean, it was more than that for me, dog. And I went to considering like logistics, and I'm like, man, this is gonna be a fucking logistics nightmare. I'm gonna have to fly to San Diego, then catch a taxi across the border. Now that
No,
taxi
no, no, no,
too,
no, no. I got you guys for the low on how to get across the border. I got a video coming on how to get across the border for low.
for the low,
For the low.
yeah,
I'm
you got
talking
the
about
fucking,
$2.50, guys.
you got the
Check
Century
my
card.
camera.
You got the Century card, though, right?
You don't need the Century card to get in. Just hop. Just I got the video coming. $2.50. How to get from the airport to cross the border for $2.50.
Look, the views here are not endorsed by OW. Cause that sounds like some underhand shit my guy got going over there. And
That's not on the head stuff. That's public transport, baby.
okay, all right, you did. Look, y'all. I don't know, y'all. Yeah. Okay, Eddie J. Eddie J said. Eddie J said, I live 40 minutes from Shreveport. The news is crazy. These dudes is wild. See, when I was telling you earlier about Shreveport,
Mm-hmm.
them boys out there on their fucking Clint Eastwood, you heard me? Dead
Oh yeah.
ass. The boys got boy got guns bigger than the fucking police walking around out there. Police walking around out there with 9mm Berettas, you know what I'm saying? These cats got 357 semi-automatic, 7.62s, 308 Black Hawks and shit, jumping out sniping. They got this shit now, what they call that shit, switches. Motherfucker dump 30 rounds in 2 seconds. Man, I'm not out here playing with these boys, man. I ain't got no time for that shit. No fucks given. Leave them where they at. Eddie J say women drug guys all over America too. Miami, Las Vegas, and New York. You are absolutely correct, Eddie J. I was watching a documentary around 2 weeks ago. A man got drugged. He had a black card, and they withdrew well over $75,000 from his accounts. He was ashamed. He was actually he was at a strip club, and they suckered him. Well, I shouldn't say sucker. Let's just say they convinced him. They
Nah,
convinced him
you
to
said it right.
they suckered him. They suckered his motherfucking ass to go next door to this VIP. And at that point is when they extracted his black card from him. They used his fingerprint or something for the identification or whatnot. Once they drugged him, and they took well over $75,000 from this man. He tried to report it to the credit card company, and they would not refund him his money. And come to find out, there was a investigation done, and lo and behold, there were several other men that this same similar situation took place. There were several other men. The same situation took place, and just so happened one of the men that got suckered was actually a state representative. It all got traced back. And the reason why he didn't say anything, of course, he was a married man and he was in there trying to buy him some taters. And yeah, they Max Payne the stupid ass. Dead ass. So yes, you are correct. Men get drugged here, and that goes back to the conversation they were having earlier in the comments. The dude was saying, "Oh, Medellin sucks. You out there getting drugged, but you get drugged here too. It could happen anywhere."
I've had three cousins that's happened to, and one of them was a girl
What city?
in Georgia.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about right there, all day
Hmm.
long.
Right here, right here, right here in the good old USA.
Yes, indeed. You know,
Yep.
and
One of my
that's
cousins, ass naked. He was a Marine, ass naked in the middle of the
whoa,
street, barking like a dog.
that's a damn shame.
Yep. And
Right.
they raped him in prison.
Oh, they took that man Gogo.
Yep. Got him.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up, man. They hit the boy that booty bandit, man. I forgot that boy name. They call the boy the booty bandit, man. Please Johnson, that man. That's fucked up. That boy
Right.
got that.
And the thing about it, he a Marine, so you know he built to go. But this ain't the movies. You
Right.
get 3 4 people got you. What can you
Yeah.
do? This
Yeah,
ain't
bro.
this ain't Jackie Chan in the movies, guys. Them guys let you down. It's over.
Damn. Your boy like Michael Jai White. Remember he had that fucking movie he did
Hmm.
with man, what's your boy name? He used to be a boxer. He passed away. Boy, I used to like that nigga too. Damn, bro.
Um.
Bald head dude, bro. Kimbo Slice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kimbo. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
When
He
when
had
he
that
when,
movie he
when he
did
was
with
throwing the
Kimbo
punch in
Slice.
the air.
Yeah. I think the name of the movie was Bone. And Kimbo
Yeah,
Slice was
boom.
in that bitch. They was in jail. Your boy walked up on him like, yeah, you kind of tight, nigga. They don't mean nothing up in here. We gonna deal with your ass. You ain't gonna be doing no
Hmm.
fucking jump spinning kicks, knocking niggas out of shit. Nah, dog. That shit don't work out here in the real world. You did. That's
They
good for
ain't coming
Hollywood.
one at a time.
Fuck no.
Mm-mm.
Rock like that. Okay.
Right.
Ryan Was says we still banging on baddies. Hey, bro, shout out to my guy. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Dang, bro. I just got so many names going through my head, bro. He was a YouTuber too. Now he passed away in Medellin, but
Oh
yeah.
man. Oh yeah, shout out my boy Yusef Latif, rest in peace, Brazilian legend.
Oh yeah, Yosef, Yosef. Yo, I remember Yosef. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
Yep.
Um, okay, Jeep, KDJ, Fly looked like a dude that shot OG Bobby Johnson's son. What the fuck? These niggas tripping, bro. He said, "Hey, bro, bro, hey, bro, a lot of people on here know you, dog."
Man, I
He's
appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Y'all like and subscribe to channel, man. KBJ Fly and O Dub, man. Y'all like, subscribe, please.
all right, geeking for it. Oh, say
And
Travelmatic in
and
this
I'm
bitch.
never
What up,
gonna
old
give you
dub?
guys information to lead you wrong. That's straight up and down. That's not what my channel's about. Like, I'm gonna give you guys straight up factual point blank information. Like I'm about getting it done for the low. Like O'Dub said, I'm not a rich guy. He's not a rich guy. Want to get things done efficiently. Um, I'm going to be helping guys out by being able to come to my place at an affordable rate, an extremely affordable rate versus these other places. And you can bring company like my place is chica friendly. So you can bring chicas to my place, enjoy yourself. You got kitchen, you got bathroom, you got the bedroom, enjoy yourself. So I will be putting that out here pretty soon. I mean, it's actually available now, but I'm saying I'm going to be pushing that product pretty soon. My place to stay and offering tours.
There you go. I mean, you I
Tijuana.
forgot exactly where you at. Tijuana. Yeah, yeah, he's in
Yep.
Tijuana. I keep thinking I'm about to say Josenia. Josenia is way in fucking Brazil. Where's my mind at? I was sure about to say Josenia. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
And
You
Travelmatic, what up,
can't
old dog? Oh, your boy in this bitch, Travelmatic in the building. That's my guy
travel
right
man.
there. The Matic, Illmatic in this bitch, you heard? Yeah, that's my partner right there. Yeah, yeah, two flats on the Cadillac. Me and homeboy go way back. All right, Kim Padmore say, why not? I'm good in Venezuela. Say Kim Padmore, I don't believe you're a lie and the truth ain't in you. I know damn good well you ain't posted up in no Venezuela, boy. You ain't get me to fall for that bag of tricks. Nigga say he in some motherfucking Venezuela. Shit. If you'd have said DR or you'd have said Mexico, I'd have went with it. But Venezuela, nah, cuz and it's election time. Man, it's lethal over there right now, man. Fucking Rome ballot box get tilted over and somebody in that bitch been stealing ballots and all hell gonna break out. Fuck that. I know you ain't over there.
They
Sonola,
gon' they gonna be
man.
sniffing that Kukata raw.
Dog. Dog, I can't wait to get to Kukatar, dog. Kukatar. I'm gonna give you an example, right? In Kukatar right now, the same apartment that's in Medellin that you pay $50 for, you can get that same apartment in Kukatar for 25, like
hmm
50% off. I know this
On
for
the
a fact.
off beaten path, guys. Off beaten
Yes,
path.
off the
But you
beaten
but you
path.
want to keep thinking about Cartagena, Medellin. Keep
Exactly.
raising the prices.
Yeah, exactly, dog. Exactly, bro. They broke that shit down to me in the barber shop because, all right, my normal barber, when I went to Medellin last week, he wasn't there. He was in Guajira. He was in Guajira on vacation. But I talked to him on the phone, and he was like, I was like, man, bro, why you went over? He said, hey, he said, I don't go to Cartagena. He said, everything over there is priced so fucking high. I said, I can come over here and get a much better experience for me and my family for a fraction of the cost. I said, I guess ain't
Mhm.
no gringos over there, huh? He said, absolutely not. He said, usually the foreigners go to those tourist traps. he asked me a question. He said, "Why do you think all the girls, right, when they in Medellin and shit gets slow, once they make enough money, the first place they go to is like a Cartagena?" You say they don't go to Bogota. They don't go to a Cali. They don't go to Barranquilla. They come to Cartagena because they know it's a tourist attraction. A lot of gringos are here, and they can run you up. They can run the prices up. I've heard guys put numbers out like out the gate to get somebody out their house. Club, what's the name of that fucking club? Damn,
You
shit.
talking about clock
Anyway,
talk?
just say the clock tower area. It's like $100, $150. That's just what it is. And if you're not talking about 100 or $150, they don't want no conversation. No, you can't have my WhatsApp. No, bitch, I'm not your friend. I don't want to see you. I'm going down the street to this other dumbass gringo who gonna be happy to give me this $100. It's that's all they know. $100, $100, $100. What that is in pesos, I don't know. $100. That's it. They don't even want to talk to you in American money. I mean, in local money. It's American dollars. And
Damn
this is
all that.
this this coming from a local. This man live here. He
Yeah,
took his family elsewhere.
yeah. Straight up and down. Point blank. You know, hey, like I'm not trying to point fingers, but a lot of northern cats done raise the prices.
Oh,
You know, like Range Rover boost the rate up. You know, gas from the north, you know, boost the rate
oh.
up. Yeah, leave.
Oh, hey, bro. There's so much I want to say about that shit right now, dog. But I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But nigga, you is spot the fuck. Oh, Lord, you was right about that shit, dog. Man, I done. Oh my god, let me stop. Let me stop. We're gonna talk about this shit later. You heard me? But they got a
Yes, sir.
bullseye over there, right across the street. You just smack that bitch right in the middle. You heard me? Right in the fucking yellow spot. Bing, right there. You hit the bullseye, my guy.
Yeah, yeah. I done put that
Oh my
key and pad more straight in their fucking throat.
god. Say, bro, hey, dog, I ain't going there with you no more, dog. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, oh my god, yeah. Well, I'm about to pull my Ken Padmore out and go to Cancun,
Okay.
yeah.
Golly. Hey, hey, I got a trip
Oh.
coming. I got a trip coming soon to El Salvador. So
Yeah,
guys, stay tuned for El Salvador.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, I told you already, bro. In the back chat, bro. I'm looking at Peru hard as a motherfucker, dog.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, my bad. I didn't get a chance to mention Peru. So the beds in Peru are extremely small because those are some very small people in Peru.
the fuck
So
out of here. You serious?
I'm serious. I was hanging out the bed. You know, I'm 6'1". We're talking about Peruvian people. I'm sorry, Peru girls that are 4'5", 4'4" on a sunny day.
Oh,
Not joking. Like 4'4", 4'5", 4'8". I'm talking about 4'8" looks like a giant in Peru.
you serious?
I'm serious. So anyway, old girl giving me a BJ. My legs falling asleep, hanging out the damn bed.
Nigga over there slapping his leg like, wake up, bitch. Nah, nigga fucking slapping his leg, yeah, his leg.
For real. Oh man, it felt like
Oh.
ants were crawling up both of my legs because they fell asleep hanging out the bed in Peru.
Oh man, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go down. Oh, you got me ready now, dog. Them little bitty women, dog. I'm gonna go down there and put that slaughter on them hoes, yeah. But they don't know what they fucking with messing with old dog, boy.
straight up and down.
Ooh,
Shit.
yes, indeed. I'm gonna come to that
Damn.
bit like Sergeant Slaughter, nigga. I ain't even lying. You done told me the wrong thing. They little bitty people too. But
Hell yeah.
I know that glove tight as a motherfucker, you dig? I gotta go down there and
Hey,
loosen up some things.
fool. Man, yes, they are some very tight built women.
Oh
Nice,
man, say less.
nice.
Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna say less,
I'm
my guy.
talking. I'm talking about you pull out the Eddie J and make them pay.
Yeah, Eddie J make a pay.
Pull out the Eddie J and make them pay.
Oh man. Ken Padmore say he out there in Cancun right now, and he not talking about pay to play.
Okay, okay.
Wait a
Hey,
minute. Damn,
hey,
wait, man, this man, yeah, wait. Now he say I'm in, I am Trinidad. Okay, he says he's Trinidadian. Okay, gotcha. Okay, got it, got it. Ken Padmore says he's Trinidadian, and we have a ton of Venezuelans in the family. Ain't that
mm,
something? You got a hell of a
hey,
family tree, my guy. Dead
hey,
ass.
hey, them Venezuelans get the job done. My first
Oh
time ever
yeah.
dealing with a Venezuelan was when I went to DR. Off the damn chain. Off the damn chain. Do you guys realize I have left DNA in 22 countries?
How many kids you got, boy?
Hopefully none.
Damn. You a bad man, bro. You a bad
22
man.
countries.
I got some catching up to do. I'm gonna start off with Peru though. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go hang in Lindsay for a while. You know what I'm saying? I might hit the Mega Plaza, go make my rounds. You dig? Then of course I gotta go drag my foot back over to the Boca Chica. I got a foot in that motherfucker, dog. I cannot get away. Jesus Christ. I've been going to Boca Chica for 5 fucking years, my guy.
Damn.
No,
Wow.
wait. 4 years. 4 years, my bad. My first year there was 2020. This 2024 now. So yeah, I've been going there 4 fucking years, bro.
My first time going to DR was what? 2014?
Damn.
Oh, I'm talking about 10 10 dedos down.
That's the golden era, dog. I had a partner, bro. He got married out there. And I tell you, bro, before he got married, bro, me and him would just sit down. We'd be sitting out there on that fucking beach. And he'll be telling me, man, no dub, you don't know what you missed out on, what you missed out on. Like, man, what you talking about? You don't know about the Pika Flow days, dog? That's the good days there. That's when DR was DR back when they had the Pika Flow. I'm like, Pika Flow? What the fuck is that? He's like, man, see, you don't know nothing about that. You a new blood. You new blood. I was like, yeah, you right. I don't know nothing about this shit. But I wouldn't holler at some old heads, and I mentioned Pika Flow. Oh man, them niggas would jump off the motherfucking chair. Like they about to spill their drink. Pika Flow. Oh man, don't you know about that? Oh man, I used to be a back then, boy. I was beating them. I was like, God damn, nigga, you spitting and dribbling and shit. It was that good? You gonna talk about
Yeah.
Pika Flow? Oh man, like the fuck? I
Damn.
showed up to the
Hey,
party late.
hey, straight up and down, when that pussy collard green and neck bones, shit, it's over. That's the thing. See, we ain't got no collard green and neck bone kind of pussy out here, I consider. But to another man, it may be different.
Hey, yeah,
You
you know,
know,
but hey, bro, one man's hell is another man's paradise. You know what I'm saying?
true,
So you one never know.
true.
I done seen some cats throw it up on some shit and drag it down. And I'll be like, man, you old dumpster diving motherfucker, you heard? But that nigga smiling from chin to chin. Yeah, they is. You hear me? Can't tell him he doing no wrong. I be
Trying
like,
to
man,
tell
I be
you.
fucked. I be damn if I fly 1,500 miles to go dumpster diving. Why the fuck I get out this motherfucking sex prison? This shit. You hang around
For
this
real.
motherfucker. What? Do it, dog.
God,
All right, y'all, dog, another man Johnson. But anyway, dog, we about to get up off of here, dog. You got any closing comments, you hear me? We done been on here 2 hours. And one thing about me, I will talk for 2, 3, 4 motherfucking hours. I gotta stop myself. You hear me? I got
most
diarrhea,
definitely.
motherfuckers, blah, 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 blah. I gotta stop. So, any final words, my guy?
Closing comments. Sure, like I said, I definitely appreciate Dub for bringing me on, showing me brotherly love.
Yes, sir.
Got a lot more coming on my channel, KBJ Fly. Like I say, I'm out here in Mexico. I got the tours. I got the place where I stay literally extremely cheap compared to what you would pay downtown. Like I got the connections out here, guys. I can get you connected, no issue. Now, I don't know anything about any underhanded dealings, so I can't point you in the right direction for that. But as
Yeah,
far as cheap
mentiras.
places to stay, right? As far as the cheap place to stay and where to eat at and get the best bang for your buck, I'm your man for that. And I can point you in the right direction with the chicas. So if that's what you're down about, hit my channel up. Same thing on my TikTok, my Instagram, KBJ Fly. Um, hit me up. You know, if you know O-Dub personally or or whatever, you can reach out and get my number. I'm going to eventually start throwing my number on my page so that people can get in contact with me who want to come and tour Mexico. Matter of fact, I can really tour with you anywhere. Like I said, I've been to 22 countries. I'm going to have a lot of content coming on Africa. I have been to Africa a couple of different times now, and my God, that is where I want to be. Like right now, yes, I'm in Mexico, but Africa is where I really want to be. But yeah,
Hey, bro. We appreciate that, big brother, and I appreciate you giving me the shout out, man. And I appreciate you coming around to the channel, man. You know, I haven't been active in a long time, and a large part of me being here is, do you know, do the sharing a moment with you or whatnot in YouTube history. So I appreciate that. It's
yes
all
sir,
good over here.
yes
The
sir.
title of this video was Medellin, Past, Present, and Future. Uh, we've shared some of our opinions in the past hour and a half, 2 hours now about our travels in Medellin in the past and presently when I've been to Medellin in the future. What we think may or may not happen in the future moving forward in Medellin for us travelers. Hopefully it's good. I'm I'm one of those people who I prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's all we could do about that. As we all know, Medellin is fluid. Uh, yeah, the laws change there pretty rapidly, monthly, yearly. It's always something different. We just have to keep our ears
Always
to the
something.
street. Yes, and just be aware. Keep our ears to the street. Stay updated and be vigilant. That's the best I can say about that. In the future, it's just like anything else. We're experiencing inflation here in the United States. So as long as Americans and other extraños are going to the area, we can pretty much
Extranjeros.
guarantee that yeah, yep, that's right. That prices will steadily be on the incline. So fellas, like I always say, save more, spend less, and it shouldn't be a problem for you. But this is
Right.
O Dub signing off. My partner,
KBJ Fly.
KBJ Fly. I'm about to call you by your name. I had to catch myself. You heard me? Had to catch myself. I was almost down. Like, say, ah, Dick,
Oh
don't say
yeah.
it. And my partner KBJ Fly, y'all have a great night. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Hopefully I can do more of these live streams. I miss doing this shit, man. I'm not gonna lie to
Hey,
you. Just chilling and talking to motherfuckers. That's this beat, but I love this shit. But I
I'm
gotta
gonna
make
stay.
more
I'm
time.
gonna stay on O-Dub, y'all, man. That to come back to the YouTube game with us, man. I want to keep growing. I want him to keep growing. We got a lot of stories to talk about. You see, we both can run our mouths and everything. I'm gonna say
Hell
one
yeah.
more thing, guys. It's your decision if you want to take the rubber off, and I'm in it with that.
Oh, wait. No. You can't end that shit like that, Negro. No. When you see, bro, just when I'm about to go to bed, you kick off a whole nother motherfucking topic, dog. You know what I'm saying? These raw dog committee ass niggas out here, you hear me? They just go bungee jump off in a pussy, Johnny come lately. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. You know, naked head Nick off in a motherfucking pussy. You don't know where that punch bowl been at, and here you go. You gonna go digging all off it. Why? Y'all niggas, why? Why? Just tell me why. Why you do that there? How
Why
you
you
do
do
that like that
that?
there?
Hey.
See, you see, that's the reason why when I asked your ass 5 minutes ago if you got any kids out here, you look to the left and said, I hope not. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
hey,
That's what that is. That's what type of
hey,
dad is. Come on,
hey,
man.
I come from a strong background of guys. You know, my dad had 25 kids. My great
God
granddaddy had 60
damn.
kids, and not all by one woman.
Say, bro, they got a lot of niggas that's out here bought about that raw dog records. You heard me? Look, I ain't knocking Raw Dog Records, you did, because let's just be honest. I was talking to a pro. Oh, fuck it, man. Here we go. See, I was trying to get off here. You done got me started. Fuck it. We've been on here 2 hours. We gonna push this bitch to 3. Fuck it. We gonna keep going.
Man,
Maybe, maybe not. I was talking to a pro, right? And the bitch told me herself. She was like, I don't have a boyfriend and I wish I did. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it's some financial shit, right? She
damn.
told me, she was like, I do this because it's a job, but I prefer to have sex without a condom. And I was like, oh,
Mm,
really? She's like, yeah, it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? She said it just feels better. So I'm asking her, so it's just not for us men that we prefer to have sex without a condom. It actually feels better to the women too, from her
it's
standpoint.
unnatural.
Exactly. And that's the exact word she said to me. Yeah, so it's no natural. No natural. I was like, no, no, not
Unnatural.
natural. You know? And she said the condoms get dry, just a third or whatever, whatever, whatever. But to wrap it up and bring it all home, just like your boy said, he said it's okay if you want to take the rubber off. I am not one of those voices because look, dick burn, it bleed and it pus, whatever the fuck else. I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? If I do it, it's because I'm in a monogamous relationship with that person and I've been knowing them for a while. That's just me.
Or hitting that pussy get monotonous.
Hey, bro, whatever help y'all sleep at night, that's all I'm saying. But the moral of the story is this: the women feel the same way that a lot of you brothers do. That's the moral. Even the working girls, the whores, the slores, I call them slores. Even the fucking slores don't like fucking with a condom, but they do that because it's a profession. Is how they make their money, and that's their dollar, that's their money maker right there. That money maker gets sick, they out the game for a while. They on injured reserve list, and some people are gonna
Right.
starve. They gotta take care of everybody at home with that one pussy. It ain't like they
Exactly.
pussy can get sick and they can go put another one on and come back and go to work the next day. No, they gotta take their ass down there to that motherfucking pharmacia and comprar
Hmm.
with some antibiotics. You know what I'm saying? And get their pussy back right. They could be out of commission. I don't know, 5-7 days until that shit get out their system. There's gonna be some
Right.
growling stomachs in that motherfucker. So this is the reason why they take precautions and they use condoms or whatnot. But through conversation with several of them, three of them that I know very well now for about 3 years. I've been knowing a girl for 3 years, and I've been knowing Lil Red for 2. You hear me? She's mestizo. Oh, I love fucking them
Oh,
mestizos.
Caesar.
Oh my God, them mutts, them biracial girls. Oh my God, that's my shit. Oh my goodness, I love them. I love them. I love them. But they
Man,
like
she
it just
probably
as
got
much
that
as I.
pecan tan. She probably got those pecan tan pussy lips, huh?
Oh, yeah, you know about that butter pecan, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, boy. I know about that pecan. You heard that butter pecan? Let me at him. Let me at him. Dead ass, you hear me? But
Yes, sir.
yeah, but
Ooh,
we've been on here 2 hours, man. Let me get my ass up out here. I gotta get up early in the morning,
I
dog. It's three.
understand.
It's 3 o'clock where I'm at. I gotta get up and hit the clock around 7.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's almost
Yeah,
12 o'clock here in
yeah, bro. It's 3
Chillon.
o'clock where I'm at, dog.
Yeah,
Tired of
yeah.
this motherfucker. You hear me?
All right, then, old
Hey,
dummy.
bro.
Have a good night. Everybody have a good night. Like I
Hey,
say,
dog.
man, tune in.
Hey, dog.
Appreciate you. Yes,
We
sir.
gotta rattle up and do this shit on your channel. You heard me?
Okay. Yeah. 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 We got to get the logistics together.
Oh man, come on, man. We gonna talk about that. Yeah, yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. All right, fellas. Good night. Nice talking to y'all. Y'all be safe, and y'all have any questions? Y'all know how to find me.
Yep.
Uh,
Instagram,
or
TikTok.
do I put my Gmail in here? My email. Fuck it. Ornell504 at yahoo.com. That's me. ORNELL 504 at yahoo.com. That's how you link with me. You got an
Oh
email you
yeah.
want to put out there now?
Email Brown. Well, hold on, let's see. Damn. Actually, I got to come up with an email, guys. I'm sorry. I got to come up with an email. But you can definitely reach me at KBJ Fly on all social media. KBJ Fly.
There it is. All right. Later, fellas. Y'all be easy. Deuces.
Later, fella. Peace.